Why, hello, folks. If you can hear things, it should say live, and now, there we go. There is a window open. You can see half of me apparently in the other side. Ah, welcome, folks. Claire, I assume you're streaming right now, are you?
No, I hung up a little while ago.
There we go. There we go.
Didn't want to didn't make it awkward. It's in the middle of like launching the first game right now, so I think we can just jump in.
That's cool, folks. We're going to go straight into this because tech issues are not working with me. But welcome to the stream. I am Jeraffemy. I am joined by Felflowne up above me, as it were. And we're going to watch the Nintendo Direct Switch 2 stream.
Do not share anything with me. I am watching it in my own video window, and let's just not make this more complicated.
Very well, then. So we're going, quote-unquote, live on a bit of a delay.
Let's go!
So hopefully the sound will work fine for you folks.
Peggy 18.
Like I said, we're on about a 4-minute delay, so please bear that in mind for spoilers and stuff if you're looking ahead.
Yes, but are you going to jump to where I am, or are we going to start again?
I'm going to start right from the beginning.
Right, you tell me when to start then, and I will.
I already have.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we're going to have... This isn't going to work then, is it? Maybe you're going to have to share the thing with me.
Okay, still... Right, bear with me, folks. There you go. Hopefully the sound is working okay. Welcome Stitch, welcome Al Wants to Play Games. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, so anyone who's joining us and who's watching it themselves as well, apologies because this is slightly delayed.
Let's go!
Mario
But I
Kart,
did have a
baby!
Jeremy didn't hear me say this because I was chattering away to myself, but I was like, I don't really care, but it looks very cool. It's an interesting setting. I'm sure if you played a lot of Mario Kart, you'd be able to spot things that were new or interesting or improved.
There were boats!
See, Jeremy was very into the boats. I saw one car become enormous, which I thought was fun.
Or as I call it, normal.
This is the largest Mario Kart I could afford. I presume they're all called Mario Karts. The vehicles do look like fun.
Oh, you can grind on rails? What?
Okay, I missed that the first time.
Oh my
There's
god!
a cow.
You can be
There's
a
a cow.
cow!
That's the big car. Car being big. I think I'm beginning to see why this game series has ended so many friendships.
No, that's what Mario Party does.
Oh, good point, good point.
Lots of different outfits and stuff. There's a lot to process here.
Just a barrel going to work there. Wheel! Ah, so it's Mario Kart World, not Mario Kart 9.
Okie Coke. There we go. Which I actually like the fact that they're not numbering it. That's cool. Hey Yomiko, welcome.
See, Koichi Kawamoto was definitely in the first one. I'm trying to remember what he was doing. Also, his suit is weird. That's like he's wearing a coat. Do you know what I mean? Tetsuya Sasaki. These are all names that I think, at least 2 of the 3 of these were in the original Switch Direct. So now they're going to talk about it for a bit, which is good.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Welcome
So this will be a Switch 2 only title. That's interesting.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Amazing.
Yeah, I remember this place from the globe.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Is this a new thing? Weather conditions?
I need to be Boo wearing a top hat and a moustache and glasses. Give me it now.
Give it
You can
to
go off the
me!
racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Oh, mate, it's amazing freaking heck.
Oh,
In the
Grand Prix.
classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Also, folks, do let me know if I need to change the audio up a little bit. We sort of came in hot here on the stream, so do let me know.
The next course is part of the competition.
If you can't hear it, it's too
24
damn
drivers
bad!
in each race, the most in series history. The competition is gearing up.
So they've got more drivers than before, is that what I'm hearing?
Introducing Knockout Tour.
Bosh.
Race
like a
non-stop
tournament?
from one corner of the world to another.
Oh, that's cool. Different. I presume they've had different
There
game
are
modes
multiple
before.
checkpoints along the way.
They have done, yeah.
If you're below
But
the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
okay, yeah. That's interesting. So this is basically like this is like winner take all.
This makes me think a bit of the game that Vanellope's from in Wreck-It Ralph.
You can also freely drive around this vast
I'm trying to remember who
world in
Vanellope is.
free roam.
Oh, she's the little kid from Sugar Rush.
Right, yes.
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes.
Oh my
Drive
god!
wherever your heart takes
But
you.
why?
Because normally they just say you have to stick to the track. Now you can just kind of go anywhere.
Scenic drives with
Oh,
friends.
so that'll be
And
most
even
at
take
it
photos
at its
together
best
at
when you're
different
playing with your
locations.
friends and they're fucking
Yeah.
about.
You can kind of just sort of, it's kind of a bit of an open world vibe to it. Almost kind of like a Forza game, if you're ever familiar with those at all from Xbox.
No, I was familiar. I was thinking that. Oh, is that Shoe Puff?
Nabbit's in there.
Race across the entire world starts here.
Shoe Puff
Mario
confirmed?
Kart World.
Is that here to say it each
Game launches
time?
on the same day as Nintendo.
I think they have to.
Confirmed
They
launch
pay-
game. Mario Kart is a confirmed launch
Will
game.
be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct.
Right to Shoe
So
Puff.
be on the
Shoe
lookout
Puff's
for more
waiting.
Claire put the date in, 17th of April, Mario Kart World Direct.
Thank God it's the 17th, so I can't fuck up the date format. So the launch. So what was the 17th date? Sorry.
That's the date of the Mario Kart specific Direct.
Oh. This is what I'm interested in.
Here we go.
Or rather,
Okay.
more interested in.
Joy-Cons Vi. What does it do?
It's for Claire. Wow, it takes you to a Nintendo Direct.
Hey, Harriet. No worries at all.
No, no, don't make it sound. I don't want that. See for chat. Oh no!
Wait.
No, it's like a bit. Oh, it's chatting. It's voice chat.
Have they finally got inbuilt voice chat?
I don't like it.
Nix, I'm coming for you. Come on, no.
I'm being a grumpy Gru.
Introducing
fine with
Game
it.
Chat, a new feature.
It was never really
for
something I
Nintendo
felt was
Switch 2.
missing, but also okay.
Finally.
Do we want this? Is
With
this a
this
thing?
feature, you'll be able to communicate with
In
friends
terms
and
of
family
managing
while playing a game.
audio, I think so.
Why does it need a button though? What does the button
While
do?
using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the console.
Okay, fair.
Alright, let's keep going. Okay.
I can sound like
It
I'm
can
10
pick up
miles
your
away.
speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here. Alright, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a left.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly.
What
letting you
controller
chat
is
with
he
ease.
using?
How did you get hit by a bow?
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. So thanks.
And you can use this feature in handheld
Yomako's
mode
like,
too,
oh no, not
letting
voice
you
chat.
easily
I don't think
chat
it's
with
mandatory,
friends and
Yoma. It's
family.
okay.
If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Yes!
That's good.
Yes!
you
That's
can
good.
also share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like?
Oh,
go with all of them
freaking
dinosaurs?
great!
They can do that?
Can do it.
You guys, I just did it.
I want to do it too.
Oh shoot! Oh!
For like multiplayer gaming and stuff if you're
Yeah,
streaming.
yeah, yeah. It'd be
Oh
really
my
good, yeah.
god.
Okay.
That wasn't actually something I'd foreseen. I think
You
it's
can
because
chat
voice.
to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Oh, that's good too. I like
Right.
that too. You can
Mm.
talk, hang out.
I'm like in the sky right here.
I like this.
Oh, I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Random observation, but the video frame rate of the shared screens at the bottom
You
is
can adjust
far
the size of
less,
your game screen.
which is
Certainly
interesting.
looks that way.
Which is understandable
but-
to a point because you need to save
As long as it
bandwidth
keeps
somehow.
up, I think it will still be fine.
That's the key detail.
Or expand another friend's
Maybe
game
if you don't have as many,
Yes.
it runs a little better.
Wow, there you
Oh,
go.
that's cool.
You saw it there actually.
Mm.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
I'm guessing this is their way of saving some bandwidth then on that, which I
Everyone
actually
can
understand
watch them
to a
play.
point.
Oh, I think I know where you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, fair.
What is that controller he's using?
You're really into that, aren't you?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
It's a proper chunky looking lad.
Here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C
Yeah, you said.
button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Didn't we just do this?
Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute
Right,
yourself
okay.
and more. And there's this.
So that brings up the menu.
You can
Why
also
do we need a
connect
camera?
this camera
Oh.
to the console.
Why though?
Hey.
Hey, what's
That's a pretty slick looking little camera design, I've got to say.
Yo.
Yeah, I mean,
Hi.
the launch one probably won't be as good as like ones they bring out
You
later,
can
but
appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Face is on here.
There is a lot of potential with this.
yes, there is.
Because you know how, like, we've been doing Pokemon stuff, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just going to go and do this.
I bet you like that.
This would allow us
I mean,
to
I'm usually
actually
doing nothing interesting, but yeah.
but in a
Camera
sense of,
feed like this.
this would allow us to actually be able to bring up your gameplay on stream.
I wouldn't need to be on Discord with you.
Potentially as well, literally. We could probably manage it all through the Switch itself.
Using
Quite
game
exciting.
chat.
Obviously, we'd both need a Switch
Even
2
when
to do
you're
that.
apart,
Yes.
You can play games
Mi-
and hang
minor
out
detail.
as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
Oh god. Splatoon on that screen just looks
Chat while
wild.
playing your personal favorites.
I'm quite amused by the images that are just the still
Decide
images
your
going.
own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together.
Well, stickers are a thing. You're
anytime,
going to stick whatever sticker you
anywhere.
want on there.
Game chat.
いかがでしたか？ゲームチャットはお友達やご家族などフレンドとのオンラインプレイをもっと身近に
I'm really glad they've gone in this direction.
かのように楽しんでもら
Like, for
いたい
Nintendo, this is
Yeah.
a big leap, but I'm really happy they've added this as a
No,
feature.
and this is legitimately a step up from the Switch.
任天堂
I wasn't
スイッチ
sure
カメラといって、
What they were going to do,
任
you
天
know?
堂スイッチ2と同日に
So
発
it's
売し
not
ま
a
す。
pack in the camera, it's a separate product based on
ゲー
that.
ムチャ
That
ッ
makes
トをご利用
sense,
いただくには、任天堂スイッチ
Makes
オンライン
sense.
への
That
加
makes
入が
sense.
必要
Yeah, yeah. How would you do it
です
otherwise?
が、少しでも多くの方に体験してもらいたいということから、無料でご利用いただける期間をご用意しま
You
し
know
た。
what?
Yeah, get 'em-
Fair.
Get them hooked. Get them hooked.
Until 31st of March next
見
year.
守りスイッチに
Interesting.
対応しており、お子さんがお友達と遊ぶ際には保護者の許可を必要とするなど、さまざまな設定が可能
I
にな
love
ってい
it
ま
when
す。
they use characters to be parents. It makes me laugh so much.
I
Oh.
totally agree.
もう一つ
What is
ご
up
家
with
族や
your
お友達とどこ
jacket?
でも遊ぶ新しい体験をご紹介します
They haven't done yet, Yomiko, not yet.
任天堂スイ
Not
ッチで
yet.
はソフトが1本しかなくてもジョイコンをお裾分けして遊ぶことができ
Yes,
ますが
this is one of the good things about it.
任天堂スイッチ2ではさらに
Play together
ソフトが
locally.
ない他の本体ともすぐに一緒に
That's
遊べる
cool.
お裾分け通信が
It
できる
is. I
よ
just
うにな
can't
ります
think of too many games that I could do that
お裾
with.
分け通信はスイッチ2はもちろん
It would have to be
スイッチで
games
も
that were
受け取
kind
る
of
ことができ最大4
Oh,
台
so
で
it's
プレイ
backwards
できます
compatible, that one.
That's really
相
good.
手に自分の画面を見られたくないゲームでも一本の
All
ソ
I
フ
can
ト
think of
で
is
一緒
games
に
like
遊べ
Uno
ま
and
す
shit like that. But I
Mm.
mean, that's still good. Still good.
またオンラ
Maybe
インにも
Bomberman,
対応してお
something
り
like that.
先ほどご紹介したゲームチャットの相手ともすぐにお裾分け通信ができますお裾分け通信ができるのは対応ソフトのみになりますが
Yeah,
well,
okay,
that
that makes
ソフト
sense.
の世界の
Okay.
遊び大全51をはじめいくつか予定しており無料アップデートでお裾分け通信ができるようになります
Oh, that's cool.
もちろんスイッチ2の専用ソフトでの対応も予定していますのでお楽しみに
続いては任天堂スイッチ2の本体をご紹介し
Wonder how
ま
many
す
takes that took.
映像をご用意しましたのでご覧ください
Here we go. Let's
I
have a
like that
look.
they are like one's wearing red, one's wearing blue, and they're at either end.
It's the
Thickness.
subtleness.
7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The console's thickness remains
Oh, look,
the
that
same.
thing I was looking for that no one had.
They heard you.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Yeah, because it never looked like that on the right, by the way. Oh, okay, fair enough. We're zoomed in. All right, all right. Look, it's my job to be
Up to
grumpy.
120
Screen
FPS.
supports
Nice.
up to
It's better
140
resolution than
frames
real
per
life.
second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Yeah, because this is the kind of game where you need that.
You've got to get that jump. Vivid LCD. HDR support! Nintendo's going all out!
And supports HDR.
HDR, human damn resources. Attach.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong
Yeah,
magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the console. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Okay, there you go. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you!
The SL and SR
Wow, they're
buttons are
considerably
bigger,
larger.
great
Yes!
comfort and control
I mean,
when playing
they
with
were
the
always
Joy-Con 2
small,
held
Jer. Like, they were
horizontal.
never big. Nobody was like, God, those buttons are huge.
The left and
Yes!
right sticks are now larger. Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used.
We saw this,
as a
didn't we, in
mouse
one of the adverts?
to
We were
play
like,
in
is that a
compatible
mouse?
games.
Yeah,
Remember?
Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
that's really cool.
Why not? Why not, eh?
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from
Oh,
the built-in
more
speakers
specific
are
audio
clearer
balancing.
and
Yeah,
more
that's
natural
good.
in handheld and tabletop modes.
This is what an upgrade should be.
Yeah, completely
It has
agree.
a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends.
The hardware was what I was
anytime
always
via
most
game
interested
chat.
in.
It
I was
also
like, I
uses
swear to God, if they
noise
tell me it's got a
canceling
handle, I'm
technology to
out.
filter sounds, so your voice will
It'd be
come through
interesting to see
GameCube.
what the voice quality is like ultimately in different situations.
Well, at the end of the day, it'll still be
Even
my
if you
voice,
don't
so you
have
got to
a
deal with it.
surround
Oh,
sound
just in
system,
general.
games can be
I just want you
enjoyed
to know
with
that my dog
immersive,
is farting behind me
three-dimensional sound,
so
as if it were
egregiously.
coming
It's
from all around
incredible.
you.
Catch is excited. It's excitable farts.
She's so excited, it's escaping her bumhole.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. Catch your had beans, says
Place your
Yomiko.
Nintendo Switch 2 however you like, with a
Bigger
large,
kickstand.
sturdy
Good.
stand.
Imagine if you
can move
actually
freely,
kicked it.
like this.
That's pretty cool.
Right, why is it 2? This is a big detail, this.
USB port found on the bottom of the console. There's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera.
That's fine. But I imagine probably other.
In tabletop mode.
That was interesting wording, that.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever.
It said useful for connecting a USB-C
Nintendo Switch
camera.
2 comes with
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that one,
256
does it?
gigabytes of internal storage.
Oh, that was one of the things on my. That was one of the things on the bingo card I did for somebody else, so
Yeah.
I'm happy that that worked.
And more. Reading and writing data is also faster.
Yes!
Use the
That's very
Nintendo
heavy.
Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
I think that was an Ethernet
4K.
port.
HDR is also supported
4K
in
is
TV
4 times
mode.
better than OK.
Oh, this actually makes me so happy. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I thought it meant.
Literally what I'm
Yomiko as
thinking
well.
Yomiko as well,
Yeah.
literally.
Dock has a built-in fan that keeps your console cool. This helps keep performance stable.
Well, with this much stuff, I think they probably would need that.
Yeah.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
Interesting wording there, so not all of them will be.
No, I wonder what makes it incompatible.
I like that.
Coming in like the
I
fucking
like that
Enterprise
grip.
there.
That grip interests me. The way it's.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that because I've actually got the power
ご覧い
grip
ただい
here.
た通り、任天堂スイッチ2は単に任天堂スイ
I mean, it
ッ
is
チを
also
バージョン
that.
アップしたものではなく、本体設計を一から行い、新たな遊びの機能を盛り込みました。
Imagine how
そして
dirty they'll get if
ス
you
イッ
do
チ
that.
2のことをもっと深く知ってもらいたいと思い、とあるゲームを開発
I'm
してい
sure
る
they'll
の
sell
です
some
が、
proprietary gaming mat for you to do it
川本
on.
さん
Mr. Kawamoto!
私がいるここはまさにそのゲームの
Oh,
フィール
what?
ド
Who
な
are
んで
you,
すが
Who are you, Peter Molyneux? Get out of
タ
there.
イトルは任天堂スイッチ2の秘密
What?
です
Adorable. This is adorable.
私は
It's
こ
like
こにい
Aspie's
たんです
Playroom.
ねでは皆さんをこのゲームにお招きし
Is
まし
this
ょう
like a Miiverse type thing?
I'll have to take your word for it.
ハテ
I
ナ
never
がい
did
っ
that.
ぱい並んでいますちょっと覗いてみましょう
This is very
磁石
cute.
はどこにという話題ですが本体とジョイコン2は磁石によってくっつくんですよね
Okay.
でその磁石実は本体にだけ入っているんです
It does also feel like I'm in
一方
school a
ジョ
little
イ
bit.
コン2は
It's a school
SLSR ボ
day.
タンの素材が鉄でできていてくっつく
Meaning they conduct
というわ
electricity,
けな
so
んで
do
す
not lick them.
さらにこの2つの間に強い磁気回路ができるので 本体とジョイコン
Is
2
the
は簡
phrase
単には取れ
magnetic
ません。
circuit?
It is now.
I don't think, I
こんな感じ
don't
で
think
い
that's
ろん
what
な
that's
秘密を知
called.
っていただくことができるんです。他にもジョイコン2にはマウス機能がありますが、ジャイロセンサーと組み合わせることでこん
It
なこと
makes,
ができちゃいま
if
す。
you think about it, it actually makes a heck of a lot of sense. You can use it as a mouse. It literally has 2 buttons.
ジョイコン2で調
Yeah,
整
yeah, they've done it that way.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
マウス機能とジャイロセンサーの
We
組
can
み合わ
play
せでできる
golf in mouse mode, Claire.
秘密点ではミニ
Wow,
ゲーム
like all the
や
other
デモ
times
を
I
楽しみ
play
な
golf.
がら体感することもできるんです。
Give me Samba de Amigo. I demand
スイッチ
it.
2ならではの特徴から言われないと気づかな
I
い
saw
ような
maracas.
細かな技術までたくさんあります。任天堂スイッチ2と同日にダウンロードソフトとして発売します。
Pay digital title on launch day, okay?
You've got to buy it, but it's probably not massively expensive.
続いて任天堂スイッチ2の周辺情報についてお伝えします。
I'm genuinely
これ
so
が
excited.
任天堂スイッチ2の専用ソフトのゲームカードです。形状はスイッチ版と同じですが、
Okay, same
色
shape.
が赤くなり
Same.
読み込み速度がぐんと
But it's red now, so it goes faster.
And faster
続い
data
て
speed.
Literally that.
スイッチ2に
It's
対
not the
応
right.
する
It's
の
not the
は
right phrase.
マイクロ
You're
SD エクスプレ
using
スカード
marketing
になり
speak.
ます。マイクロ SD エクスプレスは SD カードの新しい
Okay,
規格で
interesting.
高
So
速
you need
な
a
データ
micro
通
SD
信が可能
Express
となり
card
ま
for
す。
Switch 2.
これまでスイッチでお使いになっていたマイクロ SD カードは使えませんので、
Interesting.
They fall out.
Okay.
So no, it wasn't. They fell out with
ま
SanDisk.
た
I don't know what
ス
happened.
イッチからスイッチ2へのデータ
I'll
移
have to
行
come
は
back to that and relook at
任天堂
that.
アカウントでログインしていただくことで
Cool.
セーブ
Excellent.
データやゲームソフトなどが転送できる丸ごと
That's
転
a
送
good point. I
機
hadn't really
能
thought
が
about
使え
that.
ます。
Hmm.
そして新しい
Here's the
プロコントロー
controller
ラ
that
ー
guy
が
was
登場
playing.
します。
Yeah,
ゲーム
it's like
チャ
a
ットを
solid
起動
one
する
piece
C
thing.
ボタンと背面には好きなボタンを割り当てられる
slowly
GLGR ボタン
rotating
が
back
増えました。
GL and GR?
さらにヘッドホンマイク端子も
That's the
追加
good luck
していま
and
す。
good
Yes,
riddance
they could
button.
even add an
こ
audio
のダイ
jack.
エット
Holy
終了
crap.
後に公式ホームページを公開します。ま
Okay,
た
so the website's going live after
私
this.
たち3人が任天堂スイッチ2の開発についてお話しする
Koichi
開発者
Kawamoto,
に
what is
来ました
going
の
on
公
with
開
your
します
hair?
ので
That's what I want to
ご覧
ask.
いただければと思います。
It's a very good question, though, Yomiko. Will the cartridges taste better?
発売日をお伝えします。任天堂スイッチ2の発
Here
売
we
日は
go.
6月5日です。
June? That's like
皆さんで
two
遊ん
months
で
That's the
も
day
らえる
after
日が
my
来ることを
birthday.
私たちも心
Jeremy,
待ちにしています。
that guy,
もうしばらく
Koichi Kawamoto,
お
was
待ちくださ
the
い。
guy with the cool cuffs in the original one. Remember, we commented on his jacket?
任天堂スイッチ2で遊べるソフト
June
に
the
は
5th. That is really early. Well, I guess it's not
3つの
probably,
種類
but
があります。
you can
ま
play
ずは
three types of
任天
games.
堂スイッチ2の
Okay.
専用ソフトです。スイッチ2の性能や特徴を生かしたゲームをプレイいただけます。2つ目は任天堂スイッチで発売したソフトです。
Will it be online games?
3つ目は任天堂スイッチ2エディション
Right,
です。
okay.
Oh, you mentioned
Yeah.
this, didn't we, while we were chatting before we went live? Like upgraded
グラフィックを
ones.
向上させた
Some
り、
games released on
スイッ
Switch
チ
will
2
receive
ならではの遊びを
updates.
追加して
Okay, good.
新たにお
That's
届けします。
interesting.
ではここで
So almost like a
スーパーマリオパーティー
remaster,
ジャンボリーの
like a medium
任天堂スイッチ
remaster.
2エディションをご紹介します。
Okay, so what are the
こ
differences
ちらを
then?
ご覧ください。
Also,
gonna show
I'm
you.
curious, will it be a paid upgrade? That's the other thing I'm curious of.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
Oh, God.
audio recognition, more
Yeah,
expressive
shit
rumble,
into the mic really loudly.
and gameplay that uses a camera accessory. All of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
Oh, you can look like
Let's
the
check
whitest
out 3
people
new
alive.
and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single
Look at them in their
camera, up to
unthreatening
4
pastel
players can join the
jumpers.
festivities.
You
You'll
can
be
truly
able to see
stream
each
Mario
other's
Party in
faces as
the
you play,
healthiest of
so
environments
you can
altogether.
experience all the reactions and
I don't want to play with that
emotions
guy.
in
He looks
real
like a
time.
criminal.
Or 4 friends can take the party online.
Because they don't want to be friends anymore.
Up
Tired of your
next,
friends?
it's
Lose them
Bowser
with this
Live,
game.
A mode where the livelier team wins.
Oh,
Bowser will
God.
bring you on stage too.
Oh,
Hit
Genki
blocks
Death
to
Card.
collect the most coins. Guide
Don't
an
make me
RC
get
car
up.
with your voice.
Go.
and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally,
Reminds me of
take a
WarioWare.
ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar
Very
lowered,
How many
point,
mice
Al.
does it take to control that?
you're off.
There's so many mice in there.
Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
I both love and hate this.
That's a very good point, Harry. It's so true.
There's
Fall
a
out with your
bouldering
friends in
game
new,
where two
exciting
players
ways,
each
says
control an
Al to
arm.
play games.
And one where you shake a can of spray paint
Oh,
and
look, long
quickly
arms
tag
again, Jeremy.
objects.
Yes.
Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse
Oh,
controls,
rhythm game.
and Rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus Jamboree
Do you like
TV
seeing, hearing, and
launches on
feeling
Nintendo
things
Switch
at parties?
2
Have we got the
July
game for
24th.
you?
So that's 24th of
Definitely.
July.
Nintendo
Okay.
Switch 2
There you
players
go.
who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
みんなの表情を見ながらプレイできる新たなマリオパーティーをお楽しみに。
15 or 20 quid, maybe. I'd say 10 would be fair for an
ご紹
upgrade.
介します。
Maybe not immediately, though.
ゼルダの
Oh.
伝説ブレスオブザワイ
No,
ル
it's
ド
just
と
a second. It'll be a
テイラーズ
2
オブザ
edition
キング
that
ダ
they
ム
do.
のそれぞれの任天堂スイッチ2エディションでは
Yomako's like Bowser's evilest scheme was
解
making
像度や
it.
フレームレートが向上し鮮やかな色合いを表現できる HDR にも対応する
I
な
never
ど
felt the image was
より
lacking,
高精細
honestly.
で滑らかなグラフィックでプレイいただけるようになります
I'm sure it is lovely, but it was also a
Hmm.
beautiful game.
ハイラルの冒険を深く楽しめるゼルダノーツが使えるようになりますゼルダノーツとはスマートフォンアプリ任天堂スイッチアップからご利用いただける任天堂スイッチ2エディション専用のコンテンツです
Is that a tips
例えば
guide?
まだ訪れたことがない祠などい
Oh.
ろんな場所に案内してくれたり
Guidance activated.
IGN are shitting themselves right now because this is currently what they're
Proceed
doing.
more.
There's a GPS!
他にも
A Goron
作ったも
positioning
のを
system.
QR コードでシェアして他の人のゲーム
They
内
made
で
an app.
再現し
They
て
made a Zelda app, and I don't hate it.
I've not played either of these games, and I'm really
Jeremy,
curious.
you are really missing out. They're
冒
so
険が
good.
より楽しくなる機能がご利用
Even
いただ
without
け
the
ま
app,
す
they are incredible. Well, I mean, I love them. I love them
星
a
の
lot,
カービ
as
ィ
you
デ
know.
ィスカバリーでは
I heard this is a really good game. I just never
フレー
played
ムレー
it.
トの向上を生かしたスイッチ2エディションのみで楽しめる追加ストーリーが登場します
Now you can
Get
take your
eaten in
silly tank.
HD.
Yomako saying, now you can take your silly tank with good
不思議な
directions.
流星の
Hey,
力
the
で
directions were never the problem. It was running into walls. Because I couldn't steer.
カービィの新し
Kirby
い
is
冒
so
険に
upsetting.
ぜひご期待ください
So, genuine question.
Yep.
Assuming you had a Switch 2,
そして
and Metro Prime 4, so they're doing a Switch 2 edition of that as well, and that was on the last direct we just watched. So,
スイッチ2エディ
based
ショ
on
ン
the
も
Zelda
発売しま
stuff,
す
for those
Yeah.
upgrades, what would you say is a price you'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll pay that for the
直感
upgrade?
的なプレイが可能になります
Did it say whether it was for Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom?
4K
For both, I
60 FPS で
believe.
For
没入
both,
感のあ
that's
る
the thing.
世
That's
界
two
を探
entire
索するか
games, Jeremy.
Well, what we don't know is if they're going to make it like a double upgrade pack or if it have to be one for
Yeah, if
each.
it was
But
one pack, I'd be willing to
HDR
pay a
に
little
対
bit
応した
more.
2つのモードを好みや環境に合わせて
But I
お選
don't
びいた
know.
だ
I
け
don't
ま
know. I
す
mean, I've already done a lot of the stuff in those games, you know.
また
But I think for
この秋に
for
発売
someone
予
like
定の
yourself who hasn't
ポ
played
ケ
it
モンレジェ
before,
ン
it'd be
ズ
worth it. You
ZA
know?
も
Would get
スイ
more
ッ
out
チ
of it.
版に加えスイッチ2エディションを発売しますスイッチ2のスペックを生かしグラフィックやフレームレート
So
の向上などに
this
よ
one's
り
coming out for the Switch,
リ
right?
ア
But
リ
they're
シティ
doing
での
Switch
冒
2 as
険を
well.
よ
Yes.
り快適
So
に楽しむことができます
this poses an interesting question.
Go on.
Depending how much the upgrade packs are, is it worth buying the Switch 1 game and just getting the upgrade so you have it on both consoles?
They will have thought about that, and it will be a balancing act. So I guess we'll see. Oh no, they are separate.
任天
upgrade
堂
packs.
スイッチ2エディションを
That makes sense.
お楽しみに
ここでジョイコン2のマウス操作による 完全新作タイトルをご紹介します。
Here we go. Mouse controls, baby. This is where they say Roller Coaster Tycoon coming to Switch or something similar.
Tycoon games are dead, my dudes.
Civilization, I don't know. Command and Conquer.
No, the point maybe will have taken over from.
Oh, this looks cool.
It does, but also very tiring. Yeah, if you're not currently in possession of a Switch, I don't think it would maybe be a huge. It would probably be better to hold out and get a Switch 2 at this point.
I would agree, yeah. It's only a couple of months, literally, as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't. I'm gonna. I'm aging as we speak, Jeremy. Well, then again, so are you.
Thanks.
We have a similar birthday, that's why.
So far, what they've announced and what they're showing, the potential of so much stuff is just great.
Yeah, this is why I wasn't too fussed about the actual game titles. I know that's what a lot of people focus on, but I was way more interested in the hardware.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't announce an update for Scarlet and Violet. I know they want the focus to be on Legends ZA, but like an upgrade pack.
I don't know if they'll do an upgrade for that one, my dude.
No, just in a way it kind of surprised me, because that would be... We don't know yet what the date for Pokemon Legends is.
No, it's true.
So,
2つのマウスを操作して
the drag
いろんな
drive.
プレーを直感的に繰り出せるドラッグ&ドライブ。
Drag
2つの
and
マウス
drive.
による新たなチーム戦にご期待ください。続いては
The only game where we have to break your legs beforehand.
Okay, what other games have we got coming? Let's have
Come
a
on
look.
then, I'm interested. Let's see.
I have long observed the lands between.
Elden Ring? Yeah, Elden Ring.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
The rays of grace.
Is it on the Switch? I feel like it might be.
No, it's not. I don't think it is actually.
Oh, is it not?
But it makes sense given the performance.
It would look pretty on this, I guess.
I know people can play it handheld using a Steam Deck, but having it on a Switch, you know.
You will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
The Tarnished Edition.
Yeah, give it a buff for your sleeve.
That's the naming convention. The Tarnished Edition.
No, I think that's the name of your type of character. You are a Tarnished.
Here to say that Hades
That makes sense.
The name of the undead.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Hades 2! Oh, Hades 2! Everyone's gonna be so excited.
An immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister titan of time.
A new main character.
The Got to Clean It Up edition.
Getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts
So they've got a new
every setback
player
and
character.
It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not.
Did you ever play the Hades, the original Hades?
Have not, no.
Later this year.
I know it got a
Stunning
lot of Game of the
game.
Year votes though, like awards.
It's a very good game.
Capcom, what are you bringing?
Oh, look, it's your favorite.
ストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂 Switch 2だけの新モードもあります。
That's cool.
ソフトは通常版の
Also, you can just beat your friend over the head with the Switch too.
Years 1, 2 Fighters Edition の2バージ
See,
ョン。
that's really cool. Packing the first 2 years in there.
アミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売
Oh
に
my
お届け
god,
しま
there's
す。
Street Fighter amiibos. Thank god I don't collect them.
Oh, I don't collect them. I just buy the ones I'm
Initiating
interested in.
arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism
Game
confirmed.
footage in this video is not
All
final.
operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal.
Weeb shit. Confirmed.
Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted,
We had a short one and then a break.
liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money.
Arsenal. Arsenal.
I don't think that's what they mean, Jeremy. Don't mean to get rid of all the players in Arsenal, hire new ones.
This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon
Interesting
that
colour
was
palette.
created to
Feeling a bit
destroy all
try-hard right now. I'm not sure.
Because we're in the middle of a war.
Katya, I can hear you.
I won't just stop you.
Katya?
Gundam Cross Tekka, man.
All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Oh, nothing with the name Titanic. Pet the dog! Sorry, anyway.
This is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight.
Yes!
I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, this looks so good.
We need to play this on stream.
I know, it looks so pretty. I saw a video the other day of a couple playing it, and one of them was like, am I a gorilla? And then it cut to the boy, and he was a beautiful little fairy, and he's like, oh. It was very funny.
Let me tell you this. If you like It Takes
I think it was
Two,
that bit, actually.
You're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split
Can I
Fiction
point out
on the
she's
day
fully asleep
Switch 2
and just licking in
launches.
her sleep.
At EA Sports, we're bringing
Let me
fans
guess.
together across the
FC.
world,
Yeah.
both on the pitch and on the gridiron.
Oh, God.
We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch
Challenge,
2.
don't use the word
Madden
soccer.
NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Makes sense. That'll sell a lot of things for
You
people.
got
They
away
can play
with
on,
it.
They can play them on the go.
From Avalanche Software. We are
Hi,
bringing
Alan.
Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, well.
Oh,
With enhanced
well, never mind.
graphics and
I mean,
seamless world
look,
transitions,
it makes sense they're doing it.
you'll be immersed
Yeah,
in
of
the
course,
original
yeah.
like never before. And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure.
Okay, I won't lie. That was
Imagine
funny.
that's J.K. Rowling when you're doing
When
that.
Hogwarts Legacy launches
I was
on the
kind of
same
going to say
day
something
as
similar.
Switch 2.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on?
There we go. Tony Hawk's on the go.
Tony Hawk! Everybody love Tony Hawk! I wonder how old Tony Hawk's gonna be before he's like, I literally need to stop skating or I'm gonna die. Maybe that's how he wants to die.
Tokyo
sick
level looks
grind.
so cool. I'm naff at Tony Hawk games, but I love them. That was funny.
Oh, a SpongeBob tie-in! That's quite fun.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We're bringing our
Yes.
flagship title,
Well done,
Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
You can actually use
As
the
the
Switch
best
2 to kill
assassin in
people
the
17
trade,
different ways.
Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the
The
player's
hippos!
imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on
Banana.
the same day as Switch
Again.
2.
Hitman games are so stupid, I love them.
Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
James.
No!
What are we doing? What are we doing here? Well, it's obviously Bond, but what Bond?
I forgot they were working on this. Oh, crap.
It's a new game? What,
Yeah.
Is it brand new?
Think so, yeah.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
The world's
so
best
stay
and their
tuned.
favourite and therefore least successful
Can you just
spy.
imagine a James Bond game in the style of
story
Hitman?
Light and shadow that never fades is reborn.
What is happening?
Bravely Default returns, remastered
Oh, Bravely
in high
Default.
definition,
Very cute.
featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you.
I didn't get a
control
chance
the
because we
floor,
started so
increase the
abruptly, but I
levels,
brought Koraidon with me.
change and
Hey.
customize jobs to build out your very own party.
Never played Bravely Default, but I've heard the people that love it really love it.
It looks like a combination of Final Fantasy and Ni no Kuni.
Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG.
I will never call it
Bravely
Square
Default,
Enix,
Final
ever. I
Fairy
refuse.
Enix.
Remaster.
Square
Set
Enix
foot
till I
in
die.
Luxembourg as a warrior of light.
Launch day for Switch. For Switch 2, sorry. We're getting some Yakuza slash Like a Dragon action.
It's not just like a dragon, it is a dragon.
Yakuza 0 is such a good game.
Is that the Infinite Wealth one?
No, this is a prequel to the original Yakuza game, but it's like a perfect jumping on point if you never played them.
Yeah, it got great reviews. Oh god, he's coming.
This isn't turn-based though, this is more like the action combat one.
Yeah, well the
So-
turn-based one is quite
Yeah.
unusual, isn't it?
ご紹介の途中ですが、ここで任天堂にも関係するタイトルをご紹介します。
Collaboration with
ご覧
Nintendo.
ください。
Okay. I just see a logo and I'm like, ah!
Moose. Oh, Zelda.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
This is Tears of the Kingdom story.
Yeah, is it?
Terrible evil arose.
Is it another Warriors?
A war was
Because that would be cool.
this evil. One
They've already done
future
2 and they were both
generations
great.
recall. The imprisoning war.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
That looks so
This
good.
is from Tears of the Kingdom, but this bit isn't.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then
Oh!
that must mean this really is the past.
Warriors? Yeah, it's gotta be a
it's
Warriors
gotta be
game.
right.
Oh my god, you get to play as Rauru though!
A new Zelda Muso, amazing.
Yeah. I mean, Minoru, my beloved. Oh, Keith's gonna do it. See, I've never played these. Keith played Hyrule Warriors and loved it. Which is the, like, Breath of the Wild version of this.
Age of Imprisonment.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm really happy about that. I might actually have to play that one. I do love Muso games. Haven't played one since Dynasty Warriors.
There you go. Quick winter
Yes,
time.
please.
ご覧いただいたのは
Team as well. You can team up.
ゼルダ無双封印戦記です。
Because it's like, you can choose to play the story or not. With Muso games.
かつてハイラル王国で起きた封印戦争。
Someone would have to love
知
them
られざる
first,
真
Yomako,
実
to
を
give
描い
them
た
some
本
more
作
love.
にご期待くださ
The
い。
best part is that in those games is, you must die.
ここで任天堂スイッチオンラインについて
Oh, here we go. What's happening with Switch
任
Online?
天堂スイッチ
Well,
オン
they're
ライ
changing
ン
the
は
name, right?
スイッチ2でも引き続き
Oh
ご
no,
利
that's
用い
the
た
app
だけ
they're
ます
changing.
そして任天堂スイッチオンラインプラス追加パックにスイッチ2
プラス
専用の
追加パックに
加入者特典を新たにご用意しました。こちらをご覧くだ
What's
さ
the
い。
new membership benefit? Tell me. Tell me what my cheap money gets me. Yes!
A handle, Jeremy! A handle!
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a
This
new
is
classic game
the next one,
library
right? Because they went up to
exclusive
64,
Nintendo Switch
and now
2.
it's GameCube.
Nintendo GameCube.
Do you think they'll eventually go all the way up
Originally
to
released in
current
Nintendo
day?
Online
Here are the
Classic
titles
game
that will be
libraries are
available
becoming
at launch.
renamed to
A Legend
Nintendo
of Zelda
Classics.
game that looks like a cartoon come to life
Oh,
through
I'm
cell
so
shading.
happy.
Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of
Twilight
Zelda,
Princess Slayer?
The Wind Waker. Transcending
Princess
history and the world.
Fucking
Oh,
what?
that one! I played that game so much!
Oh my
Holy
god, it's
shit!
happening! Holy shit!
Oh, see, we're getting to the part of games that I did play now.
I'm sorry if anyone's watching this at work on a speaker. Sorry, holy crap.
Seriously, we are getting to the point in retro games where I have played them.
Experience a world of white knuckle racing at speeds
Yeah, I don't.
of
Oh my god,
2,000
Jeremy,
kilometers
it's real,
per
guys.
hour.
Jeremy took his headset
Your
off.
machines will put it all on the line.
Oh
in
my
death-defying
god.
races.
What game is this, Jeremy?
Featuring the
F-Zero
series
GX.
first, machine
Right, sorry, I didn't
customization
recognise
and
this
story
one.
Oh
mode.
my
Get ready
god.
to experience F-Zero GX.
I'm gonna break my chair in a minute if I keep doing that.
Please don't
Games
break your
that
chair,
support
dude.
multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally.
Yes! Oh my days.
Oh yeah, using the online feature.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer
Hello,
image
I'm a
quality
Rito. Don't
and
ask any
higher
further questions.
resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each
I
title.
have to admit, I never
customize
really
them to
quite
your
understood how
liking.
those work. It's easier with the newer games, but with the older games, it's a little bit like, what am I doing?
More titles will be added in the future.
XD! Oh shit, Claire, we're playing that. Oh shit.
What's
And
XD?
Colosseum! The
Nintendo
RPGs!
GameCube, Nintendo
I
Classic,
don't have to pay an
the Switch
insane
2
amount of money,
exclusive
even though I
game
just
library
paid money to get a
Nintendo Switch
GameCube stuff
Online
done and
Plus
stuff.
expansion pack launches the same day.
Right
as the
on
hardware's
soothing
release.
you.
And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube
I am
controller
buying
will
that.
also be
I am
released.
buying that.
It can connect wirelessly.
See that? I think that
and
puts off
also
my
has
my
a
tick
C
box of
button
a
to quickly
ridiculous
access game chat.
a ridiculous mount for
The
the
Nintendo
Joy-Cons.
GameCube controller,
Oh, it's so
exclusively
cute.
available
I
for
am
Nintendo
buying
Switch
one.
Online
No
members
one will
will
stop
The
me.
GameCube
be
controller
available the
is
same
actually
day as
very
Nintendo
sweet.
Switch 2.
See, in that game Unpacking that was really popular, there was a GameCube controller. They had a GameCube.
任天堂ゲームキューブ、任天堂クラシックスを
Ironically, I'm in the process of modding a GameCube, which is even funnier, but there you go.
Yeah, well, you're still going to do that. That's like a project, isn't
Oh,
it?
100%.
遊ぶことができます。
I guess when it comes to like the Wii and the Wii U, a lot of them are already on Twitch. They've kind of done it forwards and backwards. Get Jeremy some Pepsi, says Yomiko.
I'm gonna need a sedative after this.
I was about to say, is this Deltarune? Oh wow! Oh, the YouTube chat's gonna be going insane. Oh, Deltarune.
I'll be honest, I am unfamiliar with this, but I would take your word for it.
The music, it's beautiful.
I've never played Undertale, so I'm not familiar with it at all.
Doesn't matter, it's pretty. The guy who makes these games did some of the music for Scarlet Violet.
Sounds really good.
Deltarune is actually a anagram of Undertale.
Holy shit!
I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch
Are we
on
happy
Nintendo
about
Switch
this?
2.
Is this worth?
If you like
Oh, is this the
Borderlands,
one that
folks, good for you.
I don't know about was Borderlands 4 the one that they were like they're never going to release it? I can't remember. Is it like the GTA 6? I don't know.
I'll elaborate later why I went utterly mental over Soul Calibur being added, because there is a
Well, I mean, I
particular
played it
reason.
a lot. I played it a lot when I was in uni. That guy's got a
great
great jacket.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're
Oh, it's
releasing
Civ.
a
This will be
Nintendo
Civ.
Switch 2
Yeah.
edition of Sid Meier's Civilization
Which
7.
with the mouse controls, if they're going to add elements
In
for
Civ
that
7,
in?
You'll establish an empire
Yeah.
and guide your people throughout the ages of history.
It makes it more of a kind of almost
the new
like
mouse controls,
hybrid
players can
computer
enjoy
Literally
more
saying that.
intuitive
console.
gameplay experience.
Yeah.
Civ 7 launches
You wouldn't
on the
still need
same day
a
as Switch
desk of
2.
some kind or some tray.
If you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Oh, there's an upgrade one for that one.
And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We
What
can't
is
wait
2K?
to
They don't mean the year 2K,
on the court.
right?
That's just their branding almost now at this point.
Oh, okay.
4 kids find this old tattered man. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom!
I was about to say, a profound lack of respect for their own lives.
Let's slay some trees.
Oh, Claire.
Awesome!
We might have to make an island.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh my. So it's Stardew Valley, but you've run away from home.
Really have started to master.
It's like you make your own game.
Nayomiko, what I'm going to do with the mouse is just do it on my chest like here. That's how I'll play all games.
Yeah, that won't be disturbing at all to watch on stream.
This time, for home.
Another launch day game?
You look
What?
really happy for some kids that are stranded.
I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
No one will let me out of my room. Or give me a razor.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Oh, it's Gungeon!
Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now
You heard of
reloaded
the
in a new
Gungeon?
3D art
I've heard of it, I've never played it.
You can expect some
It's a
fan
gun
favorite elements to
dungeon.
return. We're still working on the game.
That
We're
bullet hell
excited to share more
nonsense.
with you in the future.
Oh, is this satisfactory? No. Too pretty.
Ooh.
What is this?
I love the look of this.
Yeah, it almost looks like satisfactory, but it's too cartoony looking. Uh-oh. I think my husband's in danger. Oh no. Nice looking game.
I'm interested to know more.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world
Makes
of the dark
complete
future
sense
to
as being
Nintendo
ported
players
over.
for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open
Everyone's
world
boyfriend,
action-adventure RPG set
Keanu
in
Reeves,
Night
will be here.
Thanks to Nintendo Switch
I
2,
wonder if this
you
will
can
have mouse
transport
control
yourself
option.
to the city of dreams at home or
Maybe
on
it'll
the
say
go.
that.
Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
Do I have to bap you with my Koraidon to get you to stop licking yourself?
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
It's happening!
They're bringing Integrate. That's interesting. That's the game between.
Oh no, it's remake. It's remake and the DLC thing, I think.
Integrate. Really? DLC? I don't know. Keith explained it to me.
The Yuffie thing. Or as I
yeah, I don't know if it's counted as DLC, but yeah.
The Yuffie chapter,
maybe
we'll
it
call
is.
it.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, montage, because I go to breathe. Gotcha, Stitcher.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be like a quick fire one, is it?
Yeah, Kinitsugami makes sense. Silksong!
What? You just fucking put that in at the end? How fucking dare you? Yeah, I'll believe it when I bloody see it. Oh, that was a Harvest Moon game there. Oh, 2 Point Museum. Very cool, very cool.
The mouse control options open so many possibilities now for what is going to come to Switch.
Very true. Oh, Witchbrook looks really cute.
Yeah,
actually.
we saw that on the last stream. Puyo Puyo Tetris! By a blessing and a curse. But there you go.
I don't know what's making the noise.
We saw that on the last Direct, Cosmic Invasion. Oh, that's cool that Outlaws is coming.
Oh, Nobunaga's Ambition. One of the only game series to have a legitimate canon crossover with Pokemon. Which is very strange, if you think about it for a second.
We saw this as well in the last Direct.
Oh,
we saw this one as well. I don't...
Oh, is that a Limbo?
It looks Limbo-y.
It does, doesn't it? THQ Nordic. Oh, Ridge Racer.
Oh, they're doing Arcade Archives, I think that's cool. Is that a new Professor Layton that they're just shadow dropping as an announcement?
I don't... Maybe it's like it'll come out at some point, like Silksong. Silksong's big news. So I don't think...
I love the fact they've just casually dropped it in, though. It's
yeah. Casual as you like.
They announced it last year, did they, Harriet? Thank you. You have shown a lot of games so far.
Yes, you have. The last. So what's the last one?
Okay, right. Let's breathe. What are we in for?
I give you my blood.
Vampires. Oh my god, it's not Vampire the Masquerade.
I give you my life. Turn. O wheel. And transport him to a night of moonlight. To humanity's very dusk.
Good girl.
I assume you meant a dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, FromSoft.
Oh.
Oh shit. No. No, they wouldn't. I mean, it looks a bit like it. What is it? Oh. Ooh, Jeremy. It's a bit colourful, but oh no, I'm not sure. I'm deliberately not looking at the chat because I don't want to know. I'm not going to voice what I think it might be.
I mean, I don't know, but this looks great. Just visually, I am captivated.
I'll be interested. It will be interesting if I'm right. But I mean, even if it's something new, it looks incredible. Oh my god. Wait. Yeah, it seems unlikely that they would have this as a Switch 2 game purely. No, I think it is maybe something new.
That's me when I wake up every morning.
See, this looks almost a bit like Nier in places.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, calling a friend in like you do.
Now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Blood, though.
I'll have that axe as a weapon. Looks badass. A sword axe.
Oh, come on, it has to be. This teasing me. Teasing me. If I knew a bit more about the original game, I might be able to know the answer to this one.
And one alone.
Okay, so it is a new thing. It's not Bloodborne 2, but that is very cool looking.
The fact they've got blood in the title as well.
It might be in the same universe, maybe? A friend. Friend-shaped creature.
I literally thought, can we put it only available on Switch 2? Holy crap.
Interesting to have an only Switch 2 FromSoft game.
ディレクターの宮崎さんが語るクリエイターズボイスを公開しますので、ぜひご覧ください。
Yeah, just in the ball in the background.
以上です。
Just a ball of dog.
ご出演いただいた開発者の皆様。
Hey, Nightbot.
今回の発表に映像をご用意いただいたソフトメーカーの皆様。
They have shown so much games-wise.
They have. They have.
ご覧いただいた以外にも、Nintendo Switch 2に向けて多くのゲーム開発を進めていただいています。
Good.
今後もたくさんのタイトルをご紹介していきますのでお楽しみに。続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
Oh God, what now?
Star?
My immediate thought was that Kirby related, but I might be wrong.
Or Mario, maybe. Would they do another Mario game? No, it's Kirby, you were right.
Kirby confirmed.
Kirby Freefall. Yeah, we've all had moments when our car won't start, you know? Just splats into the ground. Yeah, well, this was always... It was always his little thing, wasn't it? He had a little star he rode on.
Cheers, Sean, thank you. Oh my God, wait.
Look at that little monster.
Oh my God, is this a Kirby racing style game?
You just eat all the other players.
Kirby Air
cute.
Ride.
And a wall ride.
Riders. It freaking well is, I knew it! Masahiro Sakurai. The person who was behind like the most recent version of Smash and Kirby and stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow, so Air Ride was an original GameCube game. Sean says this chair's too high.
I'm gonna be honest, Sean, if I try and lower this chair, it might break with how I've reacted to stuff, so I better not.
We'll keep that one in the bag, Sean, I won't forget.
I don't know which lever to pull. Also, this is the last trailer for the day. Alright, what you got?
Oh God, here we go. Looks like a nightmare. So it's a mining thing. Monkeys? It's not Apis Cave, is it?
Donkey Kong!
Yeah.
Thank you very much once again, Sean. Thank you. Oh my god! This looks so good!
I don't think I've ever played a Donkey Kong game. Are they all like this?
But just, I mean, it varies on visuals, but just how this is
Oh,
so
look
vibrant.
at this! It's cool. You can dig through the goddamn ground.
Oh my god!
Wow, this is quite far-reaching. But you also collect like minerals. What's the actual aim of this?
I don't know.
It's called Donkey Kong Colonization. It includes several war crimes.
Imagine it's called Donkey Kong Smash. Then that would get people up in arms for it not being a new Smash, but also the Incredible Hulk people will be like, excuse me.
And also the people from Smash will be like, excuse me, Waluigi. Oh, it's Rock Knight.
As Harriet says, what? This one is to let some aggression out.
As long as you don't make me physically punch stuff, I'll be fine.
No, you just got to do it with mouse controls.
Oh no, Ganondorf Kong.
Ganon Kong.
Oh, Mojo Jojo. It's got almost like a Mesoamerican feel to it.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, that was Wreck-It Ralph's move. How dare you?
Okay, bonanza's a good word. 17th of July, so that's just over a month after the launch date of Switch then. Switch 2.
It doesn't look much like a donkey to me.
I like them using Bonanza because it's nearly got the word banana, but it hasn't.
And it's also like Bonanza. But it's almost like that's why they did it.
詳細は改めてお伝えしますのでお楽しみに。
ここまでご覧いただきありがとうございます。
Breathe. Kong's Bizarre Adventure.
They're blatantly dressed up as the Joy-Cons. You noticed this, right?
You mentioned that earlier.
The other guy should have a jacket.
Okay, here we go. What we got?
まずは Nintendo Switch 2の本体です。
Okay.
これに加えダウンロード版のマリオカートワールドがセットになった本体も発売します。
Makes complete sense.
詳しくはダイレクト終了後に公開する公
So
式
those
ホ
are
ー
the
ムページ
two.
をご覧ください。
Pre-orders go live later, or the site goes live, did it say?
今回お伝えする内容は以上になります。
But that's all we have to share for today. Okay.
もうしばらくお待ちいただくことになりますが、
Okay.
Nintendo Switch 2を皆さんにご体験いただけることを今からとても楽しみにしています。
I think saying Nintendo Switch 2 in English.
ありがとうございました。
I think that's the official naming convention of it then, globally.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Nintendo.
Well, there we go. Holy heck. Yeah, there you go. That's the presentation finished, seemingly. So
I like the fact that we've got the two things at the bottom, ENGB and ENZA. Jeremy, do you know what country ZA is?
Zambia?
I don't think Zambia is a country.
So Nintendo.com/en-
It's South Africa, I think.
GB Nintendo Direct. Oh, it was literally a landing page for this Switch Direct. Okay.
Yeah, but the ZA means South Africa.
Okay, well.
Now you've made me question whether Zambia is a place or not.
Unintentional.
Oh no, it is. It is a real place. It's a place. It's a place. I was getting
Well.
confused between that and other places that don't exist.
Well, there's a heck of a lot to process there.
Yes.
Right, find out more details. I'm going on the Switch website. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm going to try and put this onto my screen. This may break things. We'll find out.
Bye, maybe, everyone.
All right, get rid of that Google window. Okay. Put that there. Right. So, we're on the Nintendo Switch 2 website. I hope this is showing up all right on screen. Not really.
It's kind of a bit squidged in. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got the edges. I think the edges are caught off.
Yeah, I'll try and... Yeah, it's just the way my thing's configured.
It's all right. So, is this the website?
This is the website. They're showing a trailer.
Okay.
So you can play Nintendo Switch 2. I'll put some music on in the background just so it's not total silence
do it.
here. There we go.
Oh, that game that we thought looked like Limbo, it's not made by the same people, but it is made by the people who it's part of Embracer, because of course it is.
What isn't nowadays? So you can play Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games on Nintendo Switch 2, but there are the Switch 2 edition games, which are effectively like an upgraded version. That makes sense.
Version, yeah.
It's going to launch on April 2nd, 2025. Let's click find out more and see what this loads up.
That's not going to launch. That didn't say April. That's the date of the Direct.
That's a good point, because I didn't read. I was too excited.
It's the 5th of June, they said, wasn't it?
They said 5th of June, sorry, yeah. So there's the stuff going on at XL, which I think is...
Oh, okay, it's next weekend.
Yeah, it is. I think Matty's actually going to one of those days as well, if I remember correctly.
That's pretty cool.
Managed to snag a ticket. Okay, so not much else on that website to note.
Well, yeah.
But
I'm quite excited about the GameCube games coming over. That's pretty cool.
Oh, 100%. Right. Okay. Oh, okay. From Video Games Chronicle, price confirmed of the Switch 2.
Based on what?
So, to be fair, VGC is a very reputable source, but they are saying...
But they need a source, though, don't they?
They are saying that the Switch 2 will release worldwide on June 5th at a cost of $450 US.
Okay. Which is about comparable in pounds, I think.
So...
Yeah, it's about... Oh, actually, no, it's a bit less. According to that, $450 US, it's about £350.
It'll probably be 400 here then.
Yeah, or 370 or something.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, that's about what I was hoping it was going to be, around the £400 mark, assuming...
Yeah.
I say assuming that's accurate. Again, I'm not doubting VGC, because I follow them a lot, and...
I'd like to know what their source was.
They've got some very good insider sources, let's put it that way.
Yeah, but I want to know what they are.
You don't reveal them, so that's... I can't confirm.
Well, that's good. I can't trust them any more than I can throw.
Very well.
It says, but it on the VGC page I'm looking at, it says price still to be confirmed, and that was 48 minutes. I don't know what you're looking at.
VideoGamesChronicle.com.
Yep, that's exactly where I am.
They literally posted a thing 1 minute ago saying price confirmed.
1 minute ago, I see.
Yeah.
News. I do not want your notifications. How dare you ask me? Nintendo.
So yeah, Pro Controller confirmed.
Nintendo. It literally, the source is at the top of the page, Jeremy. It says Nintendo was confirmed.
Oh, sorry, I missed that bit. Sorry. It's been a day.
That's the important bit. According to Nintendo, the Nintendo Switch 2 will come packaged with the following: the console, the 2 controllers, the 2 grips, and 2 straps. That's exactly what the first lot came with. A dock, so it comes with the dock. Now, did the original one come with the dock as standard? Because I don't know if it did.
Yes.
It did. Okay, well, I didn't know that. It comes with an HDMI cable. Comes with a Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter, which is just to plug it into the wall, I guess, and a USB-C charging cable.
Here we go. Page is updated again. So.
Okay. I'm still looking at the YouTube, so you know.
The Mario Kart bundle will also be released at a cost of $499.99 in the US, so 500 USD.
500 USD.
So, which logic would say then that would probably be about 450, give or take. Then. I mean, look. First.
No, it's not. It's $500 US is 390.
I must clearly just got my exchange rates mixed up because I was sort of vaguely used to be pretty good at
$1 US is about 77 pence.
Okay, yeah.
So it's about 3/4 of the price.
So it is actually a bit better at the moment, the exchange rate, than I thought it was, basically.
I mean, from our point of view, sure,
Yeah.
but have you seen what's going on in America?
Yeah, right.
That's probably why.
But do you know what? In terms of the Direct as a whole, though, I think that was excellent.
Yeah, no, it's some very good hardware stuff that I'm very excited about. Should we do a quick check against our predictions, Jeremy?
So,
we didn't get a chance to share them before the thing, did we?
Due to fires happening and stuff. Also, to folks, don't forget, 17th of April, the Mario Kart World Direct. What day is that? Let me have a quick look. The 17th is a Thursday. I reckon I can probably do something for that, time depending, so we will see.
Okay.
But one thing that Claire and I both did was we had some predictions as to what we thought was going to happen on this, and we're going to sort of put them out on the stream. And
do we have about the same number? Because we could alternate if so.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. is what I had.
You have 7, and I have.
According to Eurogamer, is that Yomiko?
3, 4, 5. I have 5.
Okay, why don't you? I'll tell you what then. Why don't? Okay,
you go first.
Let's start off on the fairly big one. The alleged the price. The thing I said was I reckon it'll be between 450 to 500 GBP, but I want it to be around 400. That's what I said.
I think you'll be in luck. I think that will be about what it is. I didn't have a prediction about that.
And the main reason I put that down was I just figured with the price of everything, like components and stuff, and also it would depend on what was going to be in the hardware of the Switch as well. I just had a feeling it was going to have to be a big leap. But if this price and that much of a technical leap is what they managed to do at, freaking great.
I had only one of mine came true, so I'm going to do all the ones that didn't.
Okay.
So my first particularly stupid one was it would have a stupid strap to carry it around with. It did not have that mentioned. That's not to say they're not going to develop it later. Who knows? What was your next one, Jeremy?
So in terms of the release date, my prediction was it was going to be late Q3 towards early Q4. So I was saying between August and November time. But
Which
then
actually it's very early, or late Q2, early Q3, right?
But then I added, because you've seen the screenshot of it as well, so I sent it to you earlier, so it's entirely legit, everything I'm saying. But I said it should be earlier, though, like June, July time. I think I sent it to you on WhatsApp.
He did say that. He did say that exactly. I didn't actually read through everything that you said. I'm not going to fact check you.
To be fair, I was putting out a tech-based fire at the time, so, you know.
This is true. Okay, so Jeremy was right about that. Where's my next one? My next one was possible ability to have more than one game mounted at one time. That was just a storage kind of thing, not particularly useful. Of course, that's not a thing that they did, so that's fine.
But in terms of storage, though, it increased...
No, don't take that one away from me, because that's the one I got right.
Oh,
so
sorry.
Do not take that one away from me.
Sorry, I thought that was a combined one. Sorry, all right.
No. As in, like, to store a game inside, so you can have a game, like, almost... It wouldn't even need to be mounted, just kind of like a little gap to put the game in to keep it safe, if that makes sense.
Oh, so you meant like a storage holder type thing on the console itself?
Yeah.
Right, okay, sorry.
You could have it inside the console, or, like, so you could switch between 2 games, or you could just have it stored, I don't know. But they didn't mention that, so that's fine. Go on, then. Don't mention the hard disk space, because that was the only one I got right.
Why don't we do that for you now, then? Because we're talking about it, so it makes sense.
I only have stupid ones left, though.
No, I've got a couple of things. It's fine. So storage-wise, what did you say about that?
Okay, so the reason I'm quite excited about this is because I said mentioning the hard disk space increase, specifically using the phrasing, it's X times bigger than the original Switch, which is exactly what they did. I think it was 8 times bigger, and I was like, knew it. It had like a picture of some pixels.
Yeah,
it was around here.
I'm gonna try. I'll just switch it back on the stream.
Switch it back on.
Oh, there you go. Totally not intentional.
I just when you've watched enough of these, you're like,
there we are.
There it was! Times 8, baby. That's what it said. I mean, that's how kind of storage works, so I can't really take a huge amount of credit for that.
Can I just say, as a visual, that is very satisfying how they did this.
It is very satisfying. Anyone who knows anything about digital storage knows that that's how those games work. Also, can you take a look at those games, Jeremy? They're all different thicknesses.
That's a very
showing
good
showing that the games take up variable space, which they do. Because Keith has had to, I'm going to say off-site, but that's not what I mean, but, you know, like, upload a bunch of his, like, delete the actual game from the Switch.
You've had to make room, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, like, space, it's just,
Yeah, because I think I've got a beefy SD card. That was another thing, actually, which, talking about storage, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, about the very specific type of storage, SD card.
Where did they mention that?
I feel like it was in a separate section from this, but it might have been the one just...
It was right
there it is, there it is. Yeah.
So we've got the new...
That's the game cartridge.
Yes, we've got the game cartridge. So the additional storage...
Yeah.
Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. Now, I'm going to do a cursory look on Amazon in a different window.
Me too.
SD card. Micro SD Express. Let's have a look. So you can get... like a... let's have a look. So a SanDisk. You can get a 128 gig one from SanDisk for about 38 quid, basically. You can get an Amazon
Work out what the
Basic.
difference is. Oh, okay. So I've just found a combination. I found a table that compares them.
Okay.
So, it's a. Why is. So SD card speed is customarily rated by its sequential read or write speed. The sequential performance aspect is the most relevant for storing blah 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 blah. With early SD cards, a few card manufacturers specified the speed as a X, as in times rating, which compared the average speed of reading data to that of the original CD-ROM drive. That was superseded by the speed class rating. The newer families of SD card improve card speed by increasing the bus rate, which is the frequency of the clock signal that strobes information into and out of the card. You don't need to understand that, that's just what they do. So whatever the bus rate, the card can signal to the host that it's busy until a read or a write operation is complete. So the default speed for a SD card, this is really hard to work out.
Yeah.
So it's got interface, logo, speed, PCI Express. So the thing that the SD Express has is this thing called PCI Express, which is a high-speed serial computer expansion bus standard, which was developed to replace the older PCI, PCIX, and AGP. So it's basically the next generation of these SD cards, and I think they've done that in order to future-proof themselves. So
there's so many different naming conventions to these things.
Yeah, can you go along to the one where it says it's not going to allow it to use it anymore?
Should be on screen now.
But there was a big tick and a cross.
Oh, was I? Sorry. Let's have a look.
Just a little bit further. I think it's like a second.
There you go.
There we go. So it's saying, so you see where it says by micro SD XC, and then there's a big 1 Roman numeral.
Yes.
So that marks it as, according to this, what's called a UHSI.
Okay.
Which is a speed of 50 to 104 megabits per second. And the SD Express starts at 985 megabits per second. So that is nearly 10 times faster on paper than that. So I think they are just trying to future-proof themselves.
Yeah, so looking at Amazon, and the first 2 results that have come up amongst a sea of other ones which are incorrect.
Of course.
So SanDisk, or 128 gigabyte SD Express, 38 quid. A 256 gig one is 80 quid. So the fact that they've increased the storage on the console itself by 8 times probably helps justify, or helps mitigate the need for the additional storage, hopefully for at least a bit, depending on how big the Switch 2 games are.
Every time I think about this, I mean, I know everybody likes to talk about the fact that, have you seen that picture about, like, the way storage has shrunk over the years? And there's an amazing picture of some physical storage being unloaded from a plane. And let me see if I can find the image. So okay, here it is. It's outstanding. If this is a real thing, which I think it is. Okay, I'm gonna copy this image and put it into Discord, Jeremy.
Okay, I'll see if I can somehow port this over.
Yeah, it's okay. There we go. This is a fantastic picture.
Right, let me see if I can be... Can I be cheeky on this without load if I do it like this?
Oh, Yomiko knows the one I mean.
Okay, I'm going to try and do this. This may screw up something. Now, hang on. Okay, I'm going to try and add this to on screen. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. That one.
Yes. Right. So here's a question for those of you who've not seen this before. This photograph was taken, I believe, in the 50s. And it is a picture of some computer storage being loaded onto a plane. And somebody in the comments here has said, "Is this the first instance of data being uploaded to the cloud?" Yes, we all clapped. That was very funny. Honestly, I did laugh quite a bit. That was quite funny. Here's a question, Jeremy. How much storage do you think that is?
1 megabyte.
It's 5.
Oh, I wasn't far off though.
You weren't far off, no. But to give people more of a kind of idea of how much that is, most pictures taken by digital cameras are bigger than that now.
Mm.
That would have been a poor quality song downloaded from LimeWire in the early 2000s.
Mm.
And it's interesting because when I did my I didn't do a PhD. What the fuck am I talking about? When I did my degree, I did not do a PhD. When I did my degree, floppy disks were kind of on the way out. Like if you bought a laptop, it was possible it would have a floppy drive, but quite often you'd need to have a USB to floppy, like a floppy thingy that you'd have to do. And I decided I was going to put my dissertation onto a USB stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I needed one that was pretty big in order to make it work. A whole gig, if you can imagine that, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much that cost me?
They were pricey at the time. I remember that much.
Right? So for 1 gigabyte stick, I can't remember exactly how much it was, I'll be honest. But I was a student at the time, and it was probably around £30 to £40 for 1 gigabyte of storage. It wasn't quite that bad, Yomiko. I liked uni, but I didn't like it that much.
Hey, welcome. How you doing? So I think more price info. So
there's more coming in.
Right, I'm gonna switch back to this screen. So per VGC, Video Games Chronicle, Nintendo's announced the cost of the system across various territories as well as the Mario Kart World Bundle.
Oh, so this is being updated as we speak.
So in the UK, the system on its own will cost £395.99. The Mario Kart World Bundle, $429.99.
Okay.
Now, I think that's actually very good, honestly.
That's a little pricier, but yeah, like for less than a liver. Yeah, I mean, I remember it being expensive. I do remember it being expensive, and I had that stick for a really long time. I can't think because you know how you still get absolutely batshit like designs of USB stick. Do you know what, actually, Jeremy, vamp for a second. I need to go and quickly grab something.
I'll read out some other prices and stuff. So in Europe, the cost will be in euros, if you will, $469.99, and the Mario Kart World Bundle $509.99. In Canada, it will be $629.99 Canadian dollars for the system on its own, then $700 Canadian dollars, $699.99 with the Mario Kart World Bundle. And again, sans a Mario Kart World thing, the console will come with the console package, if you will come with the console, 2 Joy-Cons, 2 Joy-Con grips, 2 Joy-Con straps, a Nintendo Switch 2 dock, an ultra high-speed HDMI cable, Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter, and a USB-C charging cable.
Yo.
So yeah, honestly, in terms of pricing from a UK point of view, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people complaining elsewhere, potentially.
It's the internet. People complain about everything.
I actually think 400, we'll just call it 400 for the sake of argument, because it's easier.
Yeah.
But 400 for the console on its own, I think is actually very good.
Yeah, I mean, for all that extra stuff, I mean, and also, I'm not planning to buy it. I know a lot of people I know are going to pre-order it or whatever, but I cannot buy it immediately. That's just not going to for me. Sorry, I just realised I have a couple of these arriving, and I thought it'd be quite funny. Oh, this is the brand that this is the same brand of the stick I bought in 2005, right? The one that I'm holding right now. Now I'm going to see if we can get it to focus on the screen, but it probably won't. Let's give it a go. You see that?
Very well done. It did focus for a second there, so we saw it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah?
Yep, perfecto.
See how small that is? So that's a SanDisk flash drive. One end is a USB-A. It doesn't actually have any kind of protection. It's just straight in. But the other end is a USB-C. So what this is for moving files between a computer, or what I got it for is for my phone, because my phone is creaking under the weight. So this little SanDisk thing cost me, I think, about 15 quid. And it's absolutely tiny. I know my hands are like not as big as yours, Jer, but like kind of monster.
Update. According to the My Nintendo Store website, pre-orders will begin from April 8.
Oh, that's my dad's birthday. Yeah, so I've got one of these, Jeremy. This is a 64 gig, and I've got another 256 gig one coming tonight, just a bit later on from Amazon. And it's just like, storage is insane. Like nowadays, it's like you cannot the amount of technological advancement in the last 50
hey, look,
years
for what?
Truly terrifying.
For work, I literally have 2 20-terabyte hard drives on my desk. Like, literally.
I remember at university when things like fan subs were the only way you could get anime, and I remember Pepperidge Farm remembers, that kind of thing. But I remember a guy being very proud and bragging that he had over 1 terabyte of anime, and part of me is like, dude, that's the one show now. But back then it wasn't, I watched all of the original Fullmetal Alchemist on CDs that were burned for me by a boy who apparently liked me and wanted to go out with me. Unfortunately, I was in a relationship at the time, but that's okay. I dumped the other guy and married the one who gave me the FMA, so... Spoiler alert, it was my husband.
Another thing we should probably talk about a little bit here, because...
I'm baffled now, because I'm confused as to who Ms. McRae actually is. Because I'm like... Did we go to uni together? Did I just forget this? I have no recollection. I'm very stupid. I'm very sorry. I am not a smart panda.
One thing I think we should talk about again, because now we've got time to we processed it and stuff. Look at your messenger.
I've got a message on my messenger. From
the game chat function on the Switch 2. The fact there's going to be voice chat, and via the additional camera, you can plug in a USB-C camera. Now, again, from the way it was worded, I think you can plug in any USB-C camera. That's what I think. But obviously, Nintendo have got their own one.
Sorry, I've just worked out who person is. I'm a stupid butt.
I will say I do like the fact that Nintendo also at some point during this showed off the fact that you could have in essence your own like green screen kind of feature.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well that'll actually work. Also, I'm sorry, my friend. It's so rare that I randomly talk to someone who was at uni with me. It just doesn't happen. So it's very strange. Like I have to remember. I'm so terrible. But yes, no, you remember that, Bragg. That guy was a weird guy. I occasionally think about him and I think, I just remember he turned up at someone's house once and was like, hey, have you ever eaten a monkey's brain? And we were like, let's just watch a film. Very weird. Very weird dude. Yeah. So are we going? Oh, we're watching the chat function.
Yeah,
now,
I think the way they presented it was very well done. Some of it, I'm sure there may be some limitations. Like I mentioned about the frame rate of the other cameras, which I'm assuming is a bandwidth thing. But still, if you imagine if we did hypothetically like a Mario Kart stream where we're playing with pals, it's just a hangout kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a hangout.
This is a great way.
Being able to play different games as well is very handy.
Exactly. I mean, hey, but again, going back to what I was saying actually to you earlier, when it comes to, say, Pokemon games, if we're in a party together, this is a way to have both of our gameplay on screen at the same time.
Yeah, and mine can be, like, minimized, but yeah, you can still see it is the important thing.
Exactly. And then, but the thing is, you haven't got to, like, set up a whole other computer to do it either. You could just do it through your Switch.
True.
Literally.
True. Yes. Well, not that I ever did do it through my computer, but I take your point.
In terms of capturing the software, the gameplay, I meant.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have even bothered to try. It's too complicated, my dude.
So I think the way they've presented that is really, really good. I think.
Very, very cool.
Fast forwarding a bit more. Here is what the camera looks like. There you go.
Is anyone else getting vibes of that weird PS2 add-on thing?
The iToy.
Is that what it was called? God, it sounds even more like a sex toy than I remember.
Exactly right.
Very strange.
So
anyway,
but you get a little bit of a better look of it there actually, like the actual grip on the Joy-Con thing. It's got like a wider base of a grip to it, which I really like.
Yeah, got a flared base. You got to be careful with that, Jeff.
But yeah, in terms of, it's a very elegant design of camera. It's a very Nintendo thing. I'll certainly say that.
It is a very Nintendo thing, yeah. Considering how. That's the thing, all of their consoles have been incredibly striking for one reason or another. Arguably, some of them possibly maybe not for the best reasons, but, like, they've always been very... There's no doubt, you know what I mean, that's what that is.
I would be very interested to know if that camera can be used with anything else, because if it's just a USB-C camera...
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it has a...
And depending on the price point...
It might not have a microphone in it.
Maybe not, but even if you could use it as a camera just on your computer.
Yeah, oops. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm just faffing around with
so,
this.
Another big
thing about this thing is so small.
That's fine. Another big thing, which I will try and demonstrate. Oh yeah, they actually... In fact, I'll just sort of leave this playing and just sort of skim through a bit more. So yeah, same day as the Switch 2 launch, we saw. Yeah, Switch Online membership required to use game chat. Yeah, the welcome offer until 31st of March 2026. Excuse me. So it's a long time, which is it's basically
it is.
It's going to be come June, so what? 3/4 of a year, give or take.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for 9 months.
Yeah, thank you. I clearly couldn't count. Such is my brain. Yeah, the parental adjustment thing, which was amusing.
He's got such a weird jacket on. It's like it can't decide whether it's a coat or a jacket. You know, it's very strange. I do like
this, that if you're both in like the same place, you can play a game together locally via Wi-Fi. It's like how like remember.
I mean, you can do that. You can do that, right? You could do that now. It's just the fact that you don't need a game to do it. That's the new thing. Like I could sit by you and play Pokemon with you without being connected to the internet.
But it's sort of being part of the same party element, which I think was really cool.
Yes, no, I get you.
So
it's like, do you remember the Virtual Boy?
And
that was striking.
and the game share is going to be a free update part as well, so that's good. They're not going to be charging extra for that.
Is it though? Because go back, it said the thing would be a free update for 51 worldwide games. That seems to be saying.
But as in the ability to do it though.
Yeah, but does it say that here? Oh no, it does say. I'm reading the wrong part. Yeah, apologies.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
You are correct.
Also planned for Nintendo selected.
I don't know if they've changed. That's very cute. I don't know if they've changed the sound ever so slightly, but it seems like I'm more used to it.
It's more a clack than a click.
Oh no, it is different. It's a different noise. It's just it seemed less jarring first time I heard it. I don't know why that.
So yeah, the screen itself is bigger on this model, which is really nice to see.
Are they doing that across or?
Here is the image that Claire wanted all those many moons ago.
I mean, no, the other one was the one.
Okay.
But yeah, no one had actually done. No, it wasn't so much the Switch 2. It's the fact that holder thing that y'all were talking about, and I was like, I need to know what the hell is going on.
Do you remember the Virtual Boy? That was.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, that was striking in the.
Yeah, so I'm going between many different windows, so sometimes I sort of lose the chat a tad.
I read that as magically and nearly died. Those do look like very strong magnets. Why change it though?
So many people broke the Joy-Con rails.
Did they?
Like trying to pull them out or slam them in because Yeah, no, Claire.
They didn't mention anything about Joy-Con drift. Did you notice?
Hopefully they fixed it. Well, they said they got new thumbsticks, so hopefully.
I mean, having a bigger thumbstick does not preclude Joy-Con drift.
One would like to think if Nintendo have gone to this degree to update it, that they've hopefully eliminated that. Though it shouldn't have taken them nearly a decade to eliminate it, is what I'm saying.
No, this is true. But also, next Fast and Furious movie.
There you go.
I'm pitching it. It's going to be called Fast and Furious Joy-Con drift.
So in terms of predictions, because that's where we're at, and that's what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, I think I was finished with mine.
Yeah, you were talking about the storage memory thing, so you got that one.
Oh
which
yeah,
was really good.
I was thinking more about accessibility features, like having a mode set the blue light to less, which might be part of it. I don't know. They just didn't mention it. And what's the other one I said? Just checking. Oh, yeah, a friend of mine and I were talking just before the stream, and it was like, oh, please, God, don't let it be one of those foldable screens.
I have an update.
Please don't tell me there's a full screen.
I have two updates. So, per Video Games Chronicle, Nintendo Switch 2's Mario Kart World will cost 75 GBP, 80 USD. So the game
is so much cheaper for this fucking Americans. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
The game is more expensive physically than it is digitally.
Which is unusual for Nintendo.
The digital version will be cheaper, coming in at 69.99 GBP.
Nice.
So Donkey Kong Bonanza, which was announced as part of the Direct today, will retail for 58.99 digitally and 69.99 physically. Nintendo has not offered a reason for the price discrepancies at this time. So, yeah, physical is going to be more expensive than digital. In some ways...
The whole thing is expensive as fuck.
This doesn't surprise me, And,
oh no, I mean,
and realistically,
yes,
I would argue should be the way it is. Because
I mean, it's easy to say that when you've got money.
Well, no. As in, let me elaborate. Because what I mean is, if you're downloading it digitally, it's already effectively in the cloud downloading onto your console. Whereas if you're buying physically, you have to have the physical product, the physical cartridge.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I do agree.
Oh, but put it this way, I much prefer buying physical, just in general. I like to actually have the game.
Let's buy physical.
So that's another interesting detail as well. The other interesting detail, price of Nintendo Switch 2 accessories have been revealed per Video Games Chronicle that I'm following here. Okay. Nintendo has announced the price of the accessories. In various regions, the prices are still coming in, but at time of writing, the Switch 2 Pro controller will be $74.99 GBP, $79.99 USD.
This thing?
No, the Pro controller. So you know the one where the guy was
holding.
holding.
Oh, the thing that's all. Yeah. Okay, that's actually got the built-in Joy-Cons, right? Not mountable.
There you go. The Switch 2 camera.
Okay.
Will cost.
Has it got the specs on that, or?
Has not. No, not on here. Not on this page. The Switch 2 camera will cost $49.99 GBP, $59.99 USD.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, that sounds like quite a crappy little camera, but...
We'll have to see, won't we? And the Switch GameCube controller, the most important accessory, everyone, will cost...
As far as Jeremy's concerned.
Will cost $59.99 GBP, $64.99 USD. Ouch.
But it does have inbuilt Joy-Cons, right? The Joy-Cons are in there, right?
I don't know how they have done... the GameCube controller or the other controllers
but it does work, right? It you don't have to put Joy-Con.
Oh no, not at all. No, it's his own thing. You like, it's his own thing you attach.
Yeah. I mean, it's expensive for a controller, but you know, it would be even more expensive if they hadn't fucking put the controller in there.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of controller prices, it's pretty much in line with other consoles. Like, you look up PlayStation controllers or Xbox controllers, they're freaking expensive.
In fairness, the last experience I had with buying a new set of controllers. Ones for my Joy-Con for my Switch, and they weren't. I can't remember how much they were, but I bought official because you can buy third-party ones, but I bought official ones. Soup.
Sorry, going back to memory. Sorry, because this is valid for what you were saying. A Nintendo-branded micro SD Express card. I'm not going to get tired of saying that in a hurry. With a capacity of 256 gigabytes, will cost $49.99 GBP, $54.99 USD.
I mean, you were saying that that's about the price of what they are on Amazon.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of fair, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of getting it? There's no real point getting a Nintendo branded one, but at the same time, why not? If it's gonna.
Yeah, it's weird as well because sometimes I would say it might be only just because you know if Nintendo have approved it, it won't. It should. In
Do you know what though? Work. That kind of thinking is what led to me freaking out when I first had my Switch. I didn't charge my Switch outside the dock for like a year when I first got it because I was so scared that I was going to brick it, because that's the thing, they say, oh, you know, you might brick it if you don't use one of our thingies, and I'm like, yeah, but I also could drop kick it down the stairs. Anything could happen. I could get hit by a fucking bus. So now I just charge it on any old USB thing, so it's fine. But yeah, like I think at the start maybe I'm buy. I don't know.
What else do I So let's talk about GameCube for a few minutes. We've not sort of
let's talk about
had a chance to talk more about that. Where was the update on the stream for that?
See, that's interesting because they've got Link there. Was he the GameCube exclusive?
This is what I was going to bring up. So hold that.
Yeah, because I never had Link because I didn't have that version of the game.
So where is it? Where was the GameCube stuff on the stream? Arsenal.
Arsenal. I want to ride my...
Oh, there you go. Some updates about Switch Online. Okay, there we go. So.
Okay.
So yeah, with Soul Calibur 2, as you mentioned, Claire, it was released on PlayStation, Xbox, and GameCube. But the big thing about them was each had its own exclusive character. PlayStation had Heihachi from Tekken.
Oh, ours was so shit.
Xbox had
PlayStation 2. It was. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Xbox had Spawn, the comic book character.
Oh yeah, who had Yoda?
No, that was a later one. That was Soul Calibur 4.
That was a different Soul Calibur game. Yeah,
that was Soul Calibur 4. I think that was between PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, where I want to say Darth Vader was exclusive to one and Yoda was the other.
That's right.
But you could just spend some money and buy the unlock code for it. stores.
It was the coming of bad times. Well,
Right, exactly.
There's scissors anywhere.
But the thing about the GameCube version, as is on screen right now, and I don't think they're actually going to show footage of it specifically. I'll try and pause it if they do.
Oh, here we go. So who the fuck is Charade?
There you go. So Link was the Nintendo GameCube exclusive character for Soul Calibur 2, making it basically the superior version, in my opinion.
No, but who the fuck is Charade, who was in the previous
I don't know. My Soul Calibur lore is not up to snuff, and I've thought about
I know,
it
but
quite
I
a while.
played this game for fucking ever, and I can't...
Oh, I did as well, but yeah, so Link was the exclusive character, so that's partly why I went mental over this, because this version of the game has kind of just been locked away in purgatory. I think the other two versions got re-releases. This one never did. So the fact it's like scalpers are going to be panicking now, put it that way.
What are you going to do now?
But then if we fast forward a bit more, because they did show more of the lineup, F-Zero GX, that's the one where I nearly did lose my crap.
He threw his freaking headphones off.
So, here we go. So, they're saying more titles to be added. So, Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which I believe was the second 3D Pokemon RPG. So we're 100% playing these on stream, Claire, by the way, I'm just telling you.
Yes, sir.
Mario Smash Football, which I don't remember it being called that on the GameCube, but fair dues. Chibi Robo, sorry, I couldn't pronounce that, which it's easy for me to say, clearly. And then Luigi's Mansion, love that game. And also, not to be sold separately, because they clearly just used the pack shot from the actual GameCube pack-in version.
So it was called Mario Smash Football, but it wasn't called that in America.
Was it Strikers?
In Europe and Australia. In America, it was called Super Mario Strikers. But in Europe and Australia, it was called Mario Smash Football.
There you go, I've just about managed to freeze it there. But yeah, ironically, that's actually the pack-in version, I think. So that's quite amusing. But yeah, and Pokemon Colosseum is the other one.
Ah, yes, which
and that was
we haven't played.
We've not been able to play that because I was... Full disclosure, folks, part of the
reason... It's Suicune, though, yeah.
Yeah, so part of the reason why I was endeavouring to kind of mod a GameCube a little bit and stuff was because I really wanted to play these games with Claire. Full disclosure, really.
I'm cool.
I've bought a used GameCube. I've got a GameCube. In fact, have I got it here? Hang on, have I got it handy? I can't find it.
He bought a cube for his GameCube.
I've bought a garishly neon-coloured shell to put the GameCube into, and I'm also going to buy probably. It's like a modding thing called a flippy drive. I want to actually import one just to be able to have access to some of these games. Now, obviously, not all games are going to be added to the NSO like we've seen with N64, but it was just a way of being right. This is a way for us to be able to play them. This makes me so happy, genuinely.
Oh, I'm glad. Like I said, it's unusual for me to have a kind of thing where I'm like, oh, I played that because I never had a console till PS2. But it's like PS2 is now old as shit. So, you know, like we're going to start to get things being re-released for it. I don't know where my scissors are. I've been looking. It's all good. Koridon, get on the floor.
But in terms of other predictions, did you have any more you wanted to make note of?
I don't think I did. Let me quickly check.
And then we'll gradually start to bring this to a close as well.
Don't make a foldable screen or I'll cry, because foldable screens suck.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, they're like cryptocurrency. How do people still think they're a good idea? I don't get it. Or is anyone who looks at it is just like, that's a bad idea? But yeah, so no fear of that, but that's okay.
So my other predictions were as follows. Again, Claire has a screenshot for proof. So
and I'm not gonna.
Oh no. This is more me saying. Claire has evidence. I said this before the stream, is what I'm saying.
You did, yes, and honestly, you're spot on. Oh god, yeah, Yomiko, don't even get me started. Right. And unfortunately, it's all got decision-making power.
So,
go on,
launch
Jerry.
window games, which I don't know. I'm saying launch window, maybe like say the first 3 to 4 months, because that's typically what it is. I think.
Sure. Makes sense.
I said Mario Kart, a new 3D Mario, a brand new IP. And Pokemon Legends ZA.
I mean, a brand new IP was probably quite guaranteed, you know? It was definitely...
Yeah, so That I guess would be that would be the From Software game that's exclusive on Switch 2.
Yes, yes, I think that's right.
And Mario Kart was basically a cert anyway, given they showed it in that little teaser trailer a few months back.
I was about to say, yeah, we knew about that, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty much. Otherwise, a new 3D Mario. There was clearly one coming at some point, but I'm not counting Mario Sunshine because it is a very Marmite game for a lot of people. Exactly.
Mario Sunshine. Oh yeah, I know Mario Sunshine is the game that spawned the "Balls in Your Face" song from Game Grumps. Because he got very frustrated with it and started like singing "Balls in Your Face."
Then we've got there will be Switch 2 editions of games, which was confirmed, but that was kind of almost confirmed pre-thing. Now, I might have to try and find a still of this. I'll try and bring it up on stream as well. Because you asked me about this before we began. Like, why is this such an integral detail for me personally?
2 seconds. I just need to go and grab some scissors. Be right back.
Okay. So, I'll try and find this as we go. Where do they show off the actual inner bits of the Switch? Where's the dock specifically? Let's find this. Bigger buttons. Sound. Headphones. Show me the dock. Here we go. So I said, one of my predictions, Claire, was the console will have an Ethernet port.
I was just like,
and you asked me,
what is an Ethernet port these days?
So the reason I mentioned this is because I have, for want of a better phrase, a base model Switch, like the very first version of it. Like, not the OLED that came out later, not the Lite.
No. I think I have a pretty normal Switch as well.
So, but on the original Switch dock, there's no Ethernet port. The internet is entirely handled by the Wi-Fi on the Switch itself.
Yeah, it is.
So I want to be able to have a wired connection because, as we've literally seen on stream before when doing Mario Party or Mario Kart or something, the internet could just cut for whatever reason.
Yeah, it can still cut if you're on a wired connection.
Yeah, but it's a far more stable connection.
This is true. This is why I keep persisting using ancient computer, even ancient, because it is got an Ethernet port and it's wired into the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. So that was the main thing about it, and it's confirmed there. And just sort of trying to zoom in a bit, you can see we've also got the AC adapter, HDMI out, and LAN.
Wait, what's the AC adapter? Show me. Oh, is that a C? That's a C,
yes.
Right?
USB-C. Yeah.
HDMI will go to the telly, I assume.
Correct. Yes.
Wait, hang on a second though. They said 4K. How can that be 4K but it's HDMI?
Well, don't forget, you actually might have stepped away when I mentioned this, but it's been confirmed that ultra high speed, like HDMI, get my words out, Jeremy, will be packed in with the console.
So HDMI can handle 4K?
This is a 4K compatible console, is the way I'll put it. And you can get.
I'm thinking of the cable. It's like.
No, sorry, I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it. Yeah, you can basically get 4K compatible HDMIs.
It's a hose big enough to do the pressure of water.
I'll tell you, this is the way to put it. On the PS5, the HDMI cable that came with the PS5 is a 4K one, for example.
Okay. I haven't seen
No, that's cool. It's just
I don't think I've touched that PS5.
No, that's cool.
Other than use it for YouTube.
Just a point of reference for you.
So when you were talking about the controllers, we bought a new PS5 controller because we bought one of them came with it. It's now it loses its charge very, very easily, so we don't use it very much. And I was thinking, why do I have no memory of buying that one? And I was like, I remember why I don't have any memory of buying that one. It's because Keith bought that one because he literally was playing Final Fantasy Remake so much, he played it all through the night, and then I woke up the next morning and I was like, dude, are you still playing? And he was like, yeah, I'm here still playing, but the controller's not very good, so I'm going to go into town and see if I can find a new one. Okay, bye. And then he just left, and I was like, I don't think he should be walking around town without assistance. And I did a comic about it, which was just me looking at him as he walked away, and then he came home and went, I got it, it's really... Bye-bye. And so I literally had no experience of buying it. Keith did the buying. I have no idea how much it was.
In typical Nintendo fashion, I have a bit of news that irks me.
Okay.
Relating
Were you listening to what I said at all?
I did, yes. In reference to it was Keith that bought the controller, and that's why you didn't have much memory of buying it, because you never did.
Yeah, that was it, basically. Go on.
So I was listening, I was also reading at the same time. Attempting to multitask, which is my foible.
Go on, what's annoyed you?
Nintendo has announced that the Switch 2 GameCube controller will only be offered to those who pre-ordered a console via the My Nintendo store.
Ooh. I mean, but we're gonna use it anyway, right?
Well, I don't know, but I at least wanted options because I've got like Amazon gift cards that I can use and stuff. It's just like
a good point. Yeah. Oh, that is a bit annoying.
So a message on
what's the benefit of that?
I don't know. To give them more money directly. A message on the My Nintendo UK store reads that only players who are invited to pre-order the console will be able to purchase the GameCube controller.
Invited to pre-order.
That's the word they use.
Interesting. Well, I'm guessing they probably will invite everyone who's on the Nintendo. I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know.
No, I know. I'm gonna let's have a look on the My Nintendo store and see if I can.
They
find
want your money, so they're going to not make it impossible.
Oh, I'm apparently in a queue to get onto the My Nintendo website.
Everybody's hammering it now. I
have an estimated wait time of one. Apparently, I am number 5,208 in the queue to get on the website.
Wow, this is like 2007 in World of Warcraft.
In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to dox myself, obviously, but let me throw this page. Let me throw this page on screen, and if I need to input details, I'll just move it off.
That's so funny.
And if I scroll down a bit, I can't scroll down a bit. Sorry, but yeah, there you go. So let's see what happens when this page loads. We'll do this live, as it were.
So Alva in the chat makes the point that that's been the case with all the special controllers. Oh, it jumped up really quickly there.
I thought they were only Switch store exclusive, not pre-order exclusive.
I do not know, but that's what Alva's saying.
You're just behind me.
Yeah.
Says Yomiko. I did nearly turn around then as like a pantomime joke, but I shan't.
That's just like, oh no, they aren't. You're in the queue for My Nintendo store. That's, yeah. What does that say? Status last updated 16:55. So they're on
Central European
time.
Yeah,
because it's not that time here. Because we are on summertime and the living is easy.
But overall though, like we've been saying, like this Switch 2 Direct, to use a sports analogy for baseball, this was a home run. This was a fantastic goal. I think Nintendo pretty much delivered that in the best way they could. There you go, touchdown. Obviously, there are some details. There are some details you've mentioned, like from an accessibility point of view. Have they enhanced any of those for this console? There's a few other.
Maybe they have. Maybe it's just in the settings and it wasn't exciting enough to mention, which is fair.
Oh, it's your turn.
Sorry.
Okay. It says I'm now being redirected. Let's see what happens, I guess.
Indirectly, you will be directed in the right direction.
Here we go. So.
Pre-order it from the 8th of April.
There you go. Find out more. Savings on other stuff. Okay, so it's just all right. Find out more.
Thank you.
So, Nintendo Switch Online membership status with an active membership. Okay, that's the thing.
You've got one, right?
Yes. I'm just trying to vaguely see. Okay, so I'm actually
you
listing.
Oh wait, there's the thingy, the box. What does it say? Go down.
And will initially only be offered to those.
Initially, right. That's the important.
That's a key detail I might have missed. Switch 2 camera, 50 quid. I think we talked about that already potentially.
We did talk about that, yeah.
There's a lot of.
And I'm pretty sure it's just a camera. It's not a microphone. Looking at that, the microphone's in the Switch. If you mean.
Let's have a look. I'm gonna try and read this now. Nintendo Switch 2 just says Switch 2 camera in all languages. All right, fair dues. Yeah. So here's a little preview of how things are looking.
Can't. The games are so expensive. I mean, I know that they're not, but at the same time, I'm like.
Oh no, they are, Claire. Like I'm not. If that came across how I said that earlier, these are expensive. But I think
you were saying that digital ones should, if there's going to be a price disparity, should be digital ones less than physical. That I didn't. I never disagreed with that. You know, that's always been my view. So it'll be interesting. I can't wait to tell. So Alva says it could only have gone better if they'd revealed one of either Breath of the Wild 3 or.
I mean, it didn't reveal a new Zelda,
Mario.
technically.
Well, it's a Warriors game, which is very good, but a very different type of game. Gen 10, I presume Pokemon, a new F-Zero or Star Fox. Yeah, that would have been pretty sweet.
I mean, Pokemon Gen 10, I reckon that probably won't be until Pokemon Day next year, I reckon.
That would be very cool, though. And like, part of me is like, what are they going to do next? Because I love pairing up themes. So what they're going to be like, Pokemon Salt and Vinegar or something.
Salt and vinegar. Yeah,
cheese and onion.
Well, because I believe, I'm sure I heard this somewhere. I mean, it was probably you that told me that actually. But next year is the 30th anniversary of the first gen.
Yes, I think it is. Oh no, I think it might be this
November
year.
next year. Okay, so that would actually tie
96.
in to potentially, yeah. So we shall.
Yeah, thanks, Albert. Sorry about that.
We shall have to wait and see on that front. But
But
yeah,
I'm excited. I literally only learned how to do EVs a few days ago for that stupid Tyranitar raid, which I got, by the way.
Oh, cool. Yeah, actually, that kind of brings us on to a thing we probably should make mention of at some point before we begin to close out. So very, very good little segue there, Claire. I'll give you full credit for that.
Jeremy, do you want to hear my story about Digimon very quickly?
Sure, can do. And I'll just say, folks, on screen is our upcoming schedule. We'll be back Friday. We will be doing the Pokemon Mighty Tyranitar raid on Friday as well, just to say.
We probably won't do it.
Okay,
but we'll try.
We will attempt it once we have done the next chapter of Ace Attorney 2, as it were.
Yes, I mean, me and Matty tried it. It's one of the hardest 7 stars I bashed my face against.
Okay.
Right. So I was trying to explain to Keith, because for context, I know nothing about Digimon, and I've had a beef with the way that they are designed for years, because I just think they're horribly ugly in a lot of places. Like, the color choices just beg a belief. So I was like, well, maybe I could try and do like some of the cuter ones. I could try and draw them or something. And I'm like, right, so let's go find out whatever the equivalent version of starters are. No, that's nothing like that. Fuck you, said Digimon. And I was like, okay, what? So I went to go and look for one that I recognized. Okay, what are you? Okay, you're called a rookie. I'm gonna see if I can find all the other rookies. No, it won't list those anywhere for you. Fuck you. And I was like, oh my god. And I was trying to explain it to Keith. I said, look, here you go, right? Imagine evolution as climbing up a ladder, right? And he was like, yeah. I said, well, if a Pokemon climbs up a ladder, it will arrive in the same place every time, right? And he was like, yeah. I said, but if a Digimon climbs up a ladder, he will arrive in a different place every time, depending on whether his name is Dave, whether his dad is alive or dead, whether he lives in Dorchester. And there are so many things that change what they evolve into. He said, but the name always gives it away because it's Dead Dave Dad Dorchestermon. And he was just like, oh my god. I was like, no, but they're like that. I was like, and the completely incomprehensible to me. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. But I was showing Jeremy before we went live, I've been trying to do some like recolors on a few of them, and I think I've got most of the, because that's the thing, there've definitely been generations of Digimon that I can figure out, because there were games, right? So they had generations. No, they don't call them that, so I have no idea how to look them up at all. Do you?
You probably have to know it. You probably have to know it by like
looking up the games.
I don't specifically. You probably just do it by the season of the show or something. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I tried that. I thought it would be the games though, like Pokemon, but it's not. And like, so then in the end, that list I sent you, the one that I'd managed to get together, that's actually a list of the partner Digimon, because I was like, those are going to be the ones I recognize, right? But even so, I'm not sure it's correct because there's no list. You know, there's no, like with Pokemon, everything's got a number, and it's like Eevee evolves into, you know, Jolteon or whatever, but Eevee and Jolteon both have a number and they can be put in order, right? Like, there is nothing like that for Digimon that I could find. And if there is something, can someone bloody tell me where it is?
So
see, Alva's saying I'm right. It's bullshit. What is that?
I'm not disagreeing. Is
it raining?
I'm only really familiar with, I think, the first and second season, though I have seen parts of the third season, and the third season Tamers really interested me, but I just
yeah, like Tamers. Look, I thought I had a look at Tamers because I was like, oh, but because there was a Digimon in it, and I'm like, oh, this is the PAL one from Tamers, but I'm like, Tamers I don't feel was that early though, right? It was quite recent.
That was the third season, I want to say.
I have no fucking idea.
Who knows? But you know,
I've looked at the wiki. Yomiko, it is very confusing.
But here's your first preview of Switch 2 box art designs.
That's pretty.
So it retains sort of the motif at the top. I'll try and see if I can scroll down.
Yeah, I don't know if they have. Do you think they're doing that just because that's a version that's been upgraded for Switch 2? Do you think Switch 2 only games are going to not have that big red band?
I reckon that'll be how. I reckon that's how it'll be.
What? They'll all have the red band?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about, you know, when PlayStation did PlayStation Platinum, and they had like a platinum,
like greatest hit style and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, no, well, that's a new game, so that's obviously how it's going to be. That's fair enough.
And then one more for Breath of the Wild is a Switch 2 edition. Sort of tentative things. Includes a Nintendo Switch game and the Nintendo Switch 2 edition upgrade pack, it says. So actually,
I hate everything about what you just said.
That's probably one thing we should touch on before we start to wrap up, because I'm sure what the time is.
Yes.
The upgrade pack and whatnot that was
oh yeah, have they priced those at all? Because that was
no, that's what I'm very interested to know.
Yeah, because I mean, I imagine they'll probably be. I think they should have a set price.
Agreed.
Because if you're going to be like there'll be some games where you could think of a million different the Switch 2 could do better, and then you'd have to like charge more for the upgrade. But that's not. I don't think that's a good model. I think so. You should. If I was Nintendo, I would make decisions over what I would choose to upgrade to keep them within the price point that we had agreed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would like to think, and this is me just pulling this out of nowhere, just literally in my head.
Have VGC got any kind of oracle?
Oh, hello. Funnily enough, more info is coming out. I'll come back to new info in a second. We'll stick with this topic.
Sure.
But when it comes to the upgrade pack, I would say in fact, you know what? This is the best way to do this. Let me look on. Amazon will be cheap. Okay, you know what? I hate the frickin' place, but let's have a look at game.
Game still exists?
No, apparently. So if I type in Mario Party Jamboree, a new copy of the game on Game currently costs $49.99. So give or take, that's probably the vague price it'll be at.
I mean, because they don't really go down in price unless you get them from like CEX.
Exactly. Amazon currently has it. Amazon currently has a Mario Party Jamboree, the physical version, listed at $36.95, whereas the Switch Online download code is £50.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, okay, upgrade pack first, and I'll come back to the price of physical.
Nice, actually. Have you ever tried to gift somebody a gift card on the Switch? Like
No.
for Switch money? You can't, right?
Mm-hmm.
You physically cannot do it. You can't, like with Amazon, you know, you can send them a card. With Amazon, you can send them a physical card, right? But what I really wanted to do was basically be like, you can also send them a code. So you can be like, I want to buy this, and I want you to send it to mymum@email.com, you know, and then your mum gets the email, and then they apply the code. They get it directly, is the point. There is no way to do that on Switch currently. So I've actually bought gift cards for people a couple of times, and what I've had to do is buy it off Amazon, get the code, and then give the code to the person I want to give it to, which seems silly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's every time I try and do it, I'm reminded, I can't do that. And it's really weird.
They're saying in the chat, the Switch has an inbuilt gift card system now, though, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't know.
No, who knows? But so
I'll check that, but I don't think
so. Upgrade packs. I think from Switch 1 to Switch 2, if it was, I mean, I say depending on the game, it should just be a flat fee. Hypothetically, if it was a tenner, no-brainer. I think, extra tenner to upgrade it to Switch 2.
I don't think it's going to be that little.
No, I know, but that's the thing. Like, totally, I'd do that. If it was £15, I'd be like, may depend on the game. But also, ultimately,
it always depends on the game.
But also, how the price works out, because even just comparing on Amazon there, for example, I imagine when the physical games get to retailers, the physical price discrepancy may make it more in line with the digital ones. Because there'll be there'll be retailer discounts and such like that. Like it'll happen, but the base price is definitely
there'll be,
higher.
Bundles like Walmart exclusives.
I just really hope the upgrade packs aren't like £20, just to basically bump it up to the price you would have paid for the base thing.
I mean, that would make logical sense.
It makes 100% sense. I just don't want it to be that personally.
No. I mean, if it was, then I would absolutely put my foot down.
So, interesting couple of details that have come out. about the Switch too.
Yes.
Per Video Games Chronicle, Nintendo will sell a cheaper $330 Switch 2 in Japan that's region locked. So, likely in an effort to combat foreign resellers looking to take advantage of the weak yen, Nintendo announced on Wednesday that a Switch 2 quote-unquote Japanese/domestic only quote version will be the only Switch 2 console available to purchase from general retailers. The domestic only...
I didn't realise the yen was that weak.
It's
I mean,
incredibly weak at the moment. The domestic-only console will retail for a cheaper price, 49,980 yen or $334, and will only have Japanese as the console's language setting. And the only Nintendo account that can be linked will be one created with the country region setting to be Japan. A more expensive Switch 2 model, with multilingual support, priced at 69,980 yen, so 20,000 yen more, which equates to 467 USD rather than the 334, will be available to purchase only from the Japanese My Nintendo store. Reselling has become a huge issue in Japan, with Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa stating recently that the company would take steps to combat it with its next console. Dr. Serkan Toto, the CEO of Tokyo-based games industry consultant Kantan Games, told Video Games Chronicle that most Japanese consumers would likely not be bothered by the region-locked Switch.
I mean, you wouldn't be though, would you? If you got it for if you got it for cheaper. Sorry, I just I found a fantastic quote on Reddit because I did. There's a Reddit thing called "Explain Like I'm 5." Are you aware of this one?
Sorry, say again.
So it's r/ELI5, and it means explain like I'm 5, as in explain this as if I'm incredibly stupid. It's very simple, basically. And it says, explain like I'm 5. Why is the yen so weak for such a developed country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy answers this quite well, and then somebody says the joke always was there are only 4 types of economies: developed, developing, Japan, and Argentina. And I was like, oh no, because it's like Japan just basically like, look at those normal economies. You're doing that, and I just think it's very funny. And someone's like, it probably has something to do with the fact that Japan has been living in the year 2000, 1980, which is a very big old, because so if you're living in 2000 and 1980, you were well ahead of the game, but now you're well behind the game, so they haven't moved as the...
A quote from the CEO of Kantan Games I was just mentioning. Quote, Nintendo is an extremely important market... Nintendo is an extremely important market for Nintendo. I think there's a typo there, but okay. Today more so than ever in its history. The current Switch is only 33,000 yen in Japan, the equivalent of $220. That means Nintendo will again subsidize Japanese users with the domestic version of the Switch 2 in order to make sure they continue to dominate the market over here. The vast majority of Japanese users do not care about multilingual hardware, so the price for the international version is inconsequential.
And that's Kantan saying.
Correct, yes.
Well, obviously they're going to be biased from their position as a Japanese economics consultant, aren't they?
But either way, I think in terms of battling's an interesting word, but in terms of trying to battle scalpers, I think that's a perfectly logical move, especially given the price discrepancy with the current exchange rate.
Yeah, I'm just having a look, seeing what people are saying about it on Reddit. It just said, same point as there, it's just the system in JP, I'm fine to save my JP version here. Would that mean that games would always propose me the language to choose?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Like, if you've got a Japan-only console, hypothetically, if a game is multilingual on the cartridge, will it just say, nope, you can only play the Japanese language of the game?
I guess it probably would.
One would assume.
Does that mean the games are going to be different?
Potentially, or it's just the way they manufacture. It'll just be like a little lot. There'll probably just be like a bit of code in there to say what console are you playing on.
Oh no, it does. It says the games are not regional, only the account is.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know. So 42 minutes ago, someone said, are Nintendo going backwards on regional restrictions for Switch 2? And it says, if I had to guess, the reason for this is that the Japanese yen crashed in value, so games are going to have to be a lot cheaper in Japan or sell. If there's no region lock, people would just change the system region or hardware from Japan at a huge discount.
I mean, they already do in some places.
So. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's always been. I'm just seeing what people are saying about it. Yeah. Best part is that, again, because I love Reddit. Someone sent a screenshot of obviously something they were looking at into the Reddit account and went, "Is this bad?" And it's clearly like it's a screenshot of basically that page that you're looking at. Yeah. And most people are like, "Nah, it's fine." You know? And then one person went, "Yes, it's terrible. Your battery is at 3%. Charge it. I'm stressing out." It was so funny. I fucking love Reddit.
So here is a first look at the console's home screen.
Themes.
Yeah, we don't know what customization there is or isn't yet, which is something that VGC
it does actually say. It says that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Although they did say system settings, which like.
Yeah. So, but that's sort of what the layout of the screen will be, as it were. But either way, a very, very exciting day. I've thoroughly enjoyed covering this, for want of a better phrasing.
I've enjoyed my time here in the anime cave with you, Jeremy, battling the demons of OBS.
Yeah, thank you again for those of you who joined right as we came in hot on a 4-minute delay. Like, there was just a tech problem. I've got to try and figure out what causes it, because if you folks
so
knew how often this was an occurrence before a stream, like,
you have no idea. It's a different thing every time, and the infuriating thing. Yes, Jeremy fix it, but he never knows what he's actually done to fix it.
Yeah.
So we can never kind of protect it. It's always something different that causes it next time. I actually posted a quick post on Facebook earlier, Jeremy, going, "Well, OBS has just shit the bed again." And one of my friends commented going, "What has it done?" And I was so tempted to just go, "I told you it shit the bed." Like, literally, we don't know what it's doing. You know, I literally have no idea. If we knew what it was doing, that would be better than what we do now. Anyway.
But I've had a grand old time, to say the least. And Fel, thank you for hanging out with me. As it were.
No, it's always a good time. While we've been talking, I've been braiding something to go on my thing to stop me from losing it. I'm nearly finished.
Nice.
There you go. You see that?
There you go. Productivity, everybody. That's what this stream brings you. Productivity.
It's called having attention deficit hyperactivity.
But Fel, seeing as we're here, why don't you let the lovely people know where they can find you if you want them to find you?
If you would like to talk to me about how Digimon people who divine Digimon had some kind of color blindness or just want to make me angry, you can find me at my Linktree, which Jeremy has put in the chat there. I am trying to make a point. I need to update it because I need to add my Blue Sky onto there. I need to actually like update things because I've done so much art that I just don't post anywhere other than just in various group chats because I'm just not great at keeping up with it. I'm probably making more artwork than I ever have, and I just never remembered to post it. So it's life. It catches up with you. Jeremy, what about your good self? What's going on?
Linktree/Giraffemy, that's the link to everything. In terms of the unboxings channel, hopefully something coming soon. Just depends on work and other stuff. Because quite frankly, I wanted to do this today. I have great fun doing this.
And I think that was part of the reason why you were getting so cross. It's because you really wanted this to work. And I was like, anyone else I think might have given up, but Jeremy was like, absolutely fucking not. It's like, okay, all right, fine. I'm just there like going, should I suggest we don't do it? Because he's getting really stressed out. I'm like, I think that would actually make him more sad, so don't do that.
And on the Jeraffemy VODs channel, the VODs are still catching up, as it were. Like every couple of days, a new one will be posted. I think we're about a week away from being up to date, not including this stream that you're watching now.
VOD, waiting for VOD. Okay, that's all the jokes I had.
To be fair, I appreciate Mission from VOD, thank you. But yeah, as I mentioned, folks, we will be back on Friday evening. We will be doing Ace Attorney 2. We'll be continuing with Case 3. I believe it's our Part 6 stream.
Never give up! Never surrender!
Of which, are we going back to trial or are we... I'm trying to remember.
We are, I think there's only ever one section of investigations, which we have completed, right?
So I think we're going back to trial.
We are going back to trial. There are 2 sections of trial, and this one is... So we will probably get the first section of trial.
There you go.
And then we are 1 stream left from the end of Turnabout Big Top, and we never have to deal with Mo again. Oh, probably we will have to deal with him again because Phoenix Wright loves bringing back characters.
But
you know it's not the last we've seen of Old Bag. You know she's coming back.
And as mentioned, we'll try and give the Mighty Tyranitar raid a go on Friday evening as well, knowing full well, based on what you said, it probably won't happen.
I have a better idea now. I have a better idea of what to do. So I would like to do it for you, because honestly, that was one thing I'd felt incredibly proud of doing, but it was largely down to luck, because I'd done it several times, and then literally the minute after off to go to bed, I did it, and I ummed and ahed about telling him, because I thought it might seem like, oh, once you left I had no problem, because that wasn't the case at all. It was a completely different fight, utterly different. So yeah, anyway, we will give it a go, and if you like to see me scream and shout and yell at Pokemon that aren't real, then come along and have fun.
And if you want to see me screaming and shouting, be on the same call before we go live. That's what I say.
Yeah. Jeremy, why don't we play Command and Conquer Flare versus the Bear? I found out about this game yesterday, and I'm like, wait, what?
I'm kind of unaware of that, so we might touch on it on Friday or something.
Oh, right, okay, right. Well, anyway, speak to you later, Jeremy, and speak to you later, everybody.
Indeed, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the chat and the discussion. No doubt there'll be some more Switch 2 news we'll be talking about on Friday as we get things started as well. But from myself, Jeremy, from Felf, we've been the Fun Zone on a Wednesday. Thank you for watching. We made it, everyone. We did it. Switch 2 is coming in early June. Holy heck. We will talk to you soon, folks. Thank you so much for joining. Love you all. Mwah. Bye.